Excuse me, sir, there must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I go to church on Sunday, truly, usually more. Screaming at the angels while they pushed him through the door. Excuse me, sir.
Hey, how's it going, universe? Welcome to another episode of Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense, much of which you're about to hear. Episode 91. We are nine episodes away from the big 100.
Big 100. It's on its way, dude.
Yeah.
Coming. We're coming for you. Tell me that wasn't a great Delta 8 meme. Tell me that wasn't fucking kind of funny. I was thinking like, because we have a group chat and I sent it and it just said, you know, when you take Delta 8 and then 2 hours later and there's just a guy and he's got like his dick's glowing. He's got these warps. Yeah.
He's working on a higher echelon of thought. So before we started recording, we were just talking about buying refrigerators.
We're
like
adults.
A bunch of old men. Well, because Mike and I are like, you know, we're married. You have like, you know, families, refrigerators, that appliances. That's
I just
kind
bought
of
a house. You know, it is what it is.
Dan recently bought a
refrigerator,
house. I've been looking the market. So, Michael, you said you got a new one because you didn't want to deal with like any of the possible bullshit of a used one.
Yeah, and if you have like a good dent and scratch store by you, you can get really nice ones. But I don't have any of those nearby me.
Me neither.
You don't have
And
like
the
a Lowe's?
Well, sometimes Lowe's will have them if they're out on the aisle. Like you have to shop.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, they're not
But
always there. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm saying that there's stores that just sell brand new refrigerators
Yes.
that are like dent and scratches on like the side or on the front, and you can get really good deals. And it's called like a dent and scratch store.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of those nearby me, and the only problem with those is a lot of them do not deliver, so you got to pick it up yourself.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
that is always a pain in the ass, and I have that same dilemma because I've even seen some good ones on like a Facebook Marketplace where they're like, there's nothing wrong with it. We upgraded. Like,
Yeah.
we don't, and we're just trying to get rid of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're like $300 for like a $1,100
Yeah.
thing, and we never have anything to pick it up with, and
That's
I guess
the problem.
And I mean, did you buy the warranty or no?
No, I didn't buy the
Import-
warranty because it comes with a 1-year manufacturer warranty, and like that warranty is basically to cover like the electronics are going to go bad in it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times, the reason why electronics go bad in refrigerators is because like a
Lightning
electrical
strike,
surge.
something. Yeah.
So I got like a plug into the wall for like $20 that will protect from that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, fridges are cool, man. Fridges are fucking cool.
Literally.
I mean, you
literally
gotta buy
very cool.
like the thing's like $200 for the warranty. I didn't want to spend another.
I
$200.
think mine was I think it was 150. It's a 3-year or 5-year, but it's everything. So I just said screw it, man. I had the money and I was like, I probably got scammed. All the parts probably are built to last for like 3 years.
Yeah, the only thing you
Yeah.
have to worry about them is the electronics. Of what I
Yeah.
understand and the research I did, and because I talked to like these people that own, they sell used ones because I bought a used washing machine. So I talked to people and
Yeah.
Well, it's only like a certain era of like appliances that you have. It's like post 2000, it's post 9/11. Like it's
Yeah.
because they started making them like fucking computers and cars.
yeah, some
That's
of them are
what,
crazy.
like, because you could go find ones from the 80s that still work. Like people still
Yeah.
have like mini fridges and stuff from like the 70s that work.
because there's no electronics in them. It's just
Yeah, it's just-
refrigerant.
Yeah, it's just basic shit.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And
it's only a
that's-
matter of time before the government.
And that's why like
You know.
like Samsung has like a really bad name with refrigerators because they have so much damn electronics in them, and that's what goes wrong with them.
They look cool though, dude. I see
They
them.
look freaking awesome.
I go into Costco. I'm like, oh shit, $3,000 refrigerator, and I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, oh, check, this is really cool, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
and you're
I can
like-
tell me if I need milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I can't open the door.
I know.
Well,
It's
dude,
like-
you can put it on your phone and look in your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Like, so you're at the store, you're like, oh, do I have butter?
I guess
Oh, let me look in
it's
the fridge.
It's a little extra. I guess like if you were like a person like me, like you just like objectively live alone all the time, it might be helpful.
Oh, if
You
I
know,
if I had the money, like if I had
I
that
had
kind
the
of
money, yeah, I
disposable
would.
income, I would have one. I mean,
Well,
'cause
if
if
you have the money, you know.
if it
Yeah.
breaks in 5 years, then who gives a shit? I got the disposable income. I'll just buy another one. Like whatever.
Yeah.
That's
And no,
what we're
if I
trying to
had the
build
money
here for.
too, I would buy one of those electronic ones.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they were cool, man, but I just wanted a fridge, and I still haven't gotten ice trays. I don't miss ice anymore. You know, I don't miss like I haven't really had one in a long
Well,
time.
sometimes you need ice.
No, but it's so nice to just walk up to a fridge, just go, and then just ice in your cup. You know, I mean, there is something
Yeah.
night about it.
But I didn't even get a fridge that has that because I don't
No,
have that
I know.
connection.
Well, I didn't feel like because when I bought mine, like I said before we got live, I was like, dude, I'm not doing this. Okay, I'm an American. Like I don't do things like this. Like
Like what? What are you talking about?
like I don't do things by myself. Like if you're gonna do it for me, and the guy's like, no, I'm like, forget it. It's
Not
like,
interested.
yeah, like wait. How,
You know,
what
when
do gotta do?
I had to get a new dryer, they hooked it up. It came with like a hookup service, and
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, because it's such a pain in the ass
Yeah,
in my
Sean
house.
knows.
Like
Well,
my
Sean knows with
dryer,
me.
it's the way the thing. Well, it's kind of like not quite the same, but like the where the exhaust is like in the floor is like a real pain in the ass to like hook
You
something up to. So I was like,
remember?
yeah, you. He's like, you want me to hook it up? I was like, yeah,
You remember when
I
I did
do.
mine? I couldn't
Yes.
do it. Oh my god! Because the it was two separate sizes for the one that goes to the wall and the one that goes on the pipe. So it was like
Yeah.
it was like a couple centimeters, you know. But you got the wire in the thing, and you
Yeah.
can't stretch it. So I had to get like like a
So
widening
Dan's
thing.
like trying to just rip the fucking the thing
Ah.
open, and the wire's like unspooling, and he's like, "Why is this happening?"
Yeah, I
So
was
so
mad.
so Sean, what's your plan of action when you do find a good used fridge to pick it up? Because that was like one of the reasons
Well,
why I just went with the new one too. Is because like
yeah.
I was going
I
to
mean,
rent like a U-Haul truck or something.
I have somebody in my family that has a truck, but it's like coordinating. And then when you go to like a Facebook Marketplace or something, people are like they don't want to wait a week. They
Yeah.
want
Dude,
like they want to be like, yeah, come pick it up tomorrow. Like
Or
then
you,
even
you
like one of those dent and scratch ones at like Lowe's. Once you buy it, you got to take it right then.
yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
let you like sit on it. It's like
it
I think
take
I mean
now.
at least at Lowe's, I mean you could rent a truck like right there.
Yeah,
that's
you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true. You can rent a truck. That would probably be
You,
the easiest
yeah,
solution,
because
or
you
just hire a company to go pick it up for $100.
But here's the other thing.
That's the
If
worst.
if you
Like,
do have a used one, you rent that truck, you take the new one home, you got to get rid of the old one somewhere because you don't. Because I got it like for $25, they're gonna take my old one.
Mike, this is the
yes,
South.
yeah.
You can just leave it in our yard. It's custom.
No, like yeah, that's like we had that option with the dryer, and for some reason somebody else that I live with was like I won't name names. They're like, "Oh, we'll sell it." I was like, "Oh, sure."
Is it still
Sure.
there?
Now it's in the shed. It's been in the shed ever since.
Does it work?
Like you can use it for parts or something. Like
Oh, okay.
It'll sit
it
there
stopped
forever.
spinning. It stopped spinning. It stopped
Yeah.
spinning. And
So who
like
the hell's gonna want that thing?
No one.
exactly, Michael. Sometimes, you know, when you're dealing with irrational creatures, like you have to just kind of accept sometimes you're like, this is not worth like
I get it.
this is not worth it. Like, okay, sure. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
we'll do that.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I don't know. I could dump it on like Facebook Marketplace for like 50, $100. I'm sure somebody would probably come get it. Just haven't done it.
Just
You'd
put
be
it for-
surprised.
No, just put it for free.
Well,
Just like if you just want it out, like I mean,
yeah, if you want it out, but it's in the shed, so it's like out of sight, out of mind, so I don't ever see it because it's in the very far. I rearranged the
Yeah.
shed. It's like in the back of the shed. But
yeah,
You
I
know.
hear you. I hear you.
best room for sex toys and dead bodies, but you know you got to do what you got to do.
Well, Sean, if you do buy a brand new fridge, just get rid of the old one, please. Don't keep that thing around.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I don't have room. I'd have to move my fuck swing out of the shed.
Yeah,
I don't got room for a fridge in there.
Just-
Lawnmower already takes up so much room. Come on now.
It is nice having a little shed. I have a little shed. It's nice. It's not that little. I mean, it's pretty decent little size. So, you know, man's got to have a shed. Man's got to have somewhere to store his stuff. You know, what he doesn't want to look at.
Do you use the parking garage back there, or do you just
Never.
still park in front of your house?
Never, unless it's like really bad storm. I've pulled it in a few times because I'm like, these trees, my branches always come down, and I have a like I wouldn't care about the dents. It's just I have a sunroof, and I wouldn't want to
Have
smash
it.
my
Yeah, you want
yeah.
chaos.
Yeah. I don't really need that in my life, man. I don't know. I'm waiting for the day that I have a wife that can just do everything for me.
Oh, is that how you think it
That's
goes?
not how it is, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. For me, it's gonna be like, go do things, and I live in luxury.
Yeah, and he's like, my
Go to
life is
work.
going to stay exactly the same.
Yeah.
That I'm going to have, puss on the reg. I'm going to get people to cook me dinner.
I want to be smoking cigarettes on the reg,
Yeah,
partying on the reg.
Yeah, that's how it goes. She's going to take care of the house. I'll be free. I'll go
Yeah.
tour. I'll go tour with my
Yeah.
my music.
Yeah. No, that's great, dude. It's so what are you guys gonna do when gas is $10-12?
I'm not gonna drive.
Yeah, I'm going to walk.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I
Like,
don't
for
really
real,
drive
though.
much, anyways. But
Yeah, not right now, but you never know, man. Like it's interesting because the Value Attainment did it. The guy, he's a really interesting guy. But he was talking about gas, and he's like every country. He's like America doesn't have a gas issue. Can you tell? I want to ask you a question. How much do you think gas in Venezuela is going for?
I don't know.
Even though their economy's in the crapper, and have very high inflation.
$4 or $5 a gallon.
are we talking about their currency or our currency?
Equivalent to USD?
I have no idea. $2 a gallon.
7 cents
A gallon?
a gallon.
Wow, we're getting ripped off.
They have more oil than Saudi Arabia. They have the most oil in the world.
Mhm.
And so do we have a lot of oil too, just but of our regulations and blah, blah, blah. But so since we're doing this big climate, quote unquote, crisis push, which I bet YouTube is going to start censoring people. Like they're going to be like, no, you can't deny climate change. You can't do this. You can't do that. But I think it was something like Lexus or Ford or one of the bigger companies are going to be like 30 to 50% of their manufacturing is going to be all electric vehicles by 2024. So we're talking in the next couple of years. So we're going to they're not going to let gas prices go down because they're trying to encourage people to buy electric vehicles. They're going to give you tax credits. They're going to do this. So there's two ways people can get you to do something, like there's pain and then there's pleasure. So they will be like, we're going to hurt your pocket. Oh, look at you guys.
Wow. What happened?
What the hell?
Okay.
We look really official. Mike's hands are huge. Jesus.
Where the hell are you? I can't even hear Mike talk.
Yeah, Mike, what did you do?
You're not on the screen. I mean, Dan's not on this table.
Well, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. Michael, we can't hear you.
Mike, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh, I work at Google now. I'm techie.
Oh, okay.
I can do stuff like this.
Where's Dan?
I left him out of it.
Oh, good.
Okay. But yeah, so like I would expect things to go up in cost, like as far as anything to do with gas and diesel. So in the UK by 2030, there can be no more cars made with gas and diesel.
Is that
Cars.
the timeline they're working on? Oh, yeah,
They're
really gonna have to pick up this the production of electric cars and.
Oh, that's what I was just saying. All major car manufacturers are going to be anywhere between like 25 to 50% of their entire manufacturing, or what they manufacture will be electric vehicles by 2024. So like there's a plant shutting down in so I can't remember. I think it's like Michigan or somewhere that Trump got to keep around because of the tax credits, and they're moving to Mexico. And because they were supposed to build these electric vehicle cars there, then when Trump got out or whatever, they moved it to Mexico. So it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get interesting to see how would you guys feel if you had to pay $10 or $12 a gallon.
What do you mean? How would you feel, Dan?
No, I mean well, how would you feel? Like, would that make you? Because they're trying to make you buy electric vehicles, and then they'll give you like an $8,000 tax credit. I mean, or something.
I'm not opposed to buying an electric vehicle.
Really?
I mean, I can see where you're going with this, with your leading questions.
Oh yeah, I bet you don't.
No, it's a way to stop people from driving as much. They're gonna eliminate a lot of cars. People just won't own as many cars, and they'll be able to shut you off.
I think it's even I mean, that's not what my main concern is. That could be a concern, valid concern. I think the main concern is how are you going to fix it? You know, like how are you going to fix it?
Yeah,
you have to go to. You're not going to be able to. There's no engine. There's no.
Yeah, I know. Like if you buy a car now, Dan, you buy a new car, like you're kind of locked into going to a dealership.
Yeah, you can't fix those things, the new ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's why you guys keep telling me get a new car, and I just keep proving you guys wrong.
I mean, you got to
Yeah,
go
but
in.
again, you're not
sometimes
going to fix your old car anyways.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Listen, I'm about to get 1980 something.
No, I know,
And
but
I'll-
are you going to
I'll-
fix
I'll
it?
be
Let's
mad
say you
back.
get a 1998 and
Yeah.
98 Toyota Tacoma. You're going to be able to fix it.
Yeah, I can fix it, dude. Time. If you got time, you can do anything. And that's all I got. I can make it happen. It's not that I would want to have to fix it, but I think it would still be. It's a way of taking away your, and it like not your. I don't know what the right word is. Your ability to do things. Like you just
Yes.
can't. You just can't
No,
do
farmers
things
actually. A lot of the farmers have a big problem with this with the software
for their
because a lot of
tractors.
it's off of satellite with the tractors, and they don't have the rights to the software, so they can't fix their
and
tractors.
and they have to pay for that software, and it's a
Yeah,
lot of
and they
money.
have to pay for it.
You got to
And
pay licensing fees. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like that's why everything. If you've noticed, even if you're into computer stuff, say you're into video editing or whatever, most of all the software is yearly license fees. You don't actually own it at all anymore. Like
Yep.
before, you would buy it, right? You would just buy the software and you'd install it on your computer and you'd register it and it's yours.
yeah,
Now they don't even let you. They don't even let you buy it. They're just
Yeah.
like, no, you can either pay a monthly subscription or you can buy yearly subscriptions, but you do not own them anymore.
but
They're-
even
they're-
like
Go
on like
ahead.
those bigger tractors, like if you take off the wheel, right? Like let's say you got to take off the wheel to change like a wheel bearing in there or something. You got to reprogram it, and if you can't reprogram it, you got to take it to the dealership. And if they're big, cost a lot of money. You got to take them apart to even move them. And then you got to wait for the dealership to fix them. Could be months. Then your harvest is gone and you're screwed. When if you had access to it, you could just hook it up to the computer, hit the reset button, and
I'm telling you, man, there's something's got to change, man.
I think they're going through like a federal lawsuit right now with the federal government trying to get like John Deere and these bigger tractor manufacturer companies to give them access to what they buy because they buy the tractor with the software and they want access to be able to fix it themselves.
Well, I know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how. Like this is the tough issue between the government and because the government is allowing this to happen too. You know, like the government is. They know that these people. Like Joe Biden wasn't really him. Tweeted something today. He's like, you can't call it capitalism
If there's no competition.
if there's no competition. That's called exploitation. And I'm like, okay, guy tweeting for Joe Biden. That's actually a good point. That's fair because what they did today, they released, I think, a whole new foreign economic something or other, and they got, I think, 38 U.S. companies are being sanctioned or like they're because of the connection to the Uyghurs in China. So listen, I will take a win when I can get one. You know, like I will. Like I'm not gonna sit there and be like this type of partisan guy and just be like fuck Joe Biden or whatever. If they're doing good things, they're doing good things.
Dan, do you mean you're going to take a loss?
Things may get more expensive for all of us.
Was that
But-
backwards, Sean, what he just said?
What?
He said he's going to take a win.
No, it's a good thing to encourage competition in our market.
Yeah.
And also like fair competition and equal competition, because think about this, Michael. These companies like Nike or whoever can go to China, use slave labor. Well, if you're a upstart in this country, in our country, you probably can't outsource to China right away because there's contracts, there's competition with these big multi-billion-dollar corporations or whatever. But at least that will drive down, that will make their prices go up, so it'll make it more competitive with the small business owners.
Yeah, I mean, like it's good when you can do things stateside, but I used to watch that show. What's it called? Shark Tank. Remember that? You guys ever watch that show, Shark Tank?
Yeah.
It's like young
Not really.
entrepreneurs basically go to a panel of rich people like Mark Cuban and some other people, and they try to get them to invest in their companies.
Mhm.
A lot of those people, even by the time they get to Shark Tank, already outsource their products to foreign countries. Like they already have it being made in China and stuff like that because there's just factories that just take on that stuff. So even at a small, as it is right now, even at a smaller level, you still have access to those things, and it's often, it's cheaper.
Well, that's where them putting sanctions on these companies will cause their prices to rise, so small businesses can hire people in the United States, and the prices will be competitive with each other.
You have to make the prices competitive. You can't be, if you're running a business and somebody's like, I can make this for 7 cents a unit, and then you want to do it domestically, and they're like, it's 55.
50.
Yeah, like
it's obviously different. Yeah, actually, I had a really I kicked the hornet's nest on Twitter today, which I did not think it was a unreasonable thing. I said so. Nick Fuentes got banned off after the American Defamation League and the Southern Poverty Law Center. I wouldn't say they coordinated, but they definitely closely released things. Southern Poverty Law Center has been kind of going after Nick Fuentes, and I want to get your guys' opinion on this. I just basically said, I'm like, this moral authoritarianism is not going to get us anywhere, and like this banning and stuff, like you're like the right is going to find its real fascist. Like you're putting people into a corner. Like they really will elect like the guy that's going to be the next fascist, the next Hitler is going to be a religious, climate sensitive, economic freedom type guy, and a nationalist. And when all those things come together, because that speaks to a lot of people, not just on the right, because the right is growing. They're becoming the populist movement in the United States. So they're going to elect a really bad guy if we don't stop tearing each other apart.
Yeah,
I might end up voting for the next Hitler without even realizing it, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's the danger of the cult of personality stuff, because it becomes not about policy or their action, it becomes about rhetoric, and that doesn't mean anything. But I think broadly I would agree with you. Yeah, and I saw some of your Twitter exchanges, and I think they were being they just were willfully not understanding what you were saying. They willfully you think people getting banned on Twitter is going to cause a fascist? And he's like, and I was like, that's not the point that he's making. And it's very obvious you're not making that point, because you were talking to Jared Holt.
Yeah.
The guy who's the Right Wing Watch guy. Is that what he works for?
Well, he's I think he's a terrorist, or extremist watch podcast or something.
Yeah, I think he started with the Right Wing Watch or something. That's when. Yeah. But anyways.
But the question came up, I was talking to this other guy, and he kept going back to this free speech argument. And I wasn't trying to make a legal argument. I was trying to make a moral argument. Like, this is a bad thing. This is how fascists rise up. You create classes and separate each other. It's like Nick Fuentes is maybe not a good guy to you, but he has the right to say what he should have the right. But it was so confusing. This guy kept bringing up it's all about free speech. The companies have private, they're allowed to have free speech. And I'm like, well, in my personal opinion, I believe that there's a coordination between government agencies and these big tech. And I do believe that. And I think that would kind of take away they would not have constitutional rights anymore. As if they wouldn't be private, they would be a state actor.
Well, this is a problem with a lot of these people, is that, or even the libertarian people, it's a private company, to do whatever they want. It's like, things are a little different. These things have
leftists do now. All of them.
No,
all saying.
Well, I know that they've all said that because it's convenient for them to say it right now.
Yes.
But what I mean is it's kind of just antiquated thinking, because it's just we didn't have these things. These things didn't operate this way back 15 years ago, 20 years ago. This is a new world. This is a new paradigm. And maybe it needs to be addressed in a different way. You can't just keep going back to this argument as they just completely create these awful echo chambers that radicalize people, which they admit they are totally aware that it does, that their algorithms feed into that kind of stuff. But anyways, but that's besides the point. All I'm saying is that I think they're a private company, they have the right to do whatever they want, is starting to become a very thin argument. And I think partially to what you were saying, a lot of that has to do with this is kind of rigged, and there's obviously coordination not just between the government, but these monopolies, these tech monopolies, coordinate with each other to silence people. That's not good.
Well, that there's that, but I think the broader argument is like, okay, Twitter is a private company, but it's open to the public square, right? It's open to the public, so it's not like a thing you pay for, basically.
No.
It's not a private membership, so it's open to the public. Anyone can create a Twitter account. Well, it is much like the public square, and basically, I mean, if you're in public, anybody can gather, right? But like if it was this famous, we talked about with Occupy Wall Street before, they couldn't tell them to leave because it was open to the public. So they had the right to protest on private property. So since this is an open public forum, like it's the same concept to me. It is a private space that they're maintaining, but you're allowing every single person.
So what if you just made like a $5 fee?
There you go. And that's why I think they've kind of moved more to like this pay for this better version of Twitter. You can edit tweets. There's all these things with it.
Yeah, they might. They're which is only going to be utilized by the most like journalists and stuff like that, so they can go rewrite their own history, which is not a good thing. But
oh man, that's actually a good point, dude. That's
because that goes beyond because they want
point.
they want to erase things. They want to erase things. They'll say, no, this is not what it says. Although I have to imagine, hopefully they're smart enough to have like an edited marker, like on Facebook. If you edit a post, it says that you edited.
Yeah, that's actually good. No, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing, right?
It's just that like the public. So like that is really the argument here, because I was talking to this guy and I just said, like, one, I'm not trying to make a legal argument, but if you want to take it there, it's just simple. If the United States hires Blackwater to arrest American citizens, not what they're doing overseas, it's not a constitutional thing because the Constitution only really relates to us. That's a UN, that's a global thing. So I was just like, if they arrest U.S. citizens on behalf of the U.S. government, whether they're hired and or forced to, they are no longer a private entity under law. They're not protected by the Constitution because they're working in conjunction. So we know that California Democrats were telling Twitter and Facebook to remove people through legal documents. They were telling these corporations to remove people, and they did.
Yeah, but there's also, it's not just that, because they, like we've talked about this before, oftentimes the government, just like they do with, kind of mercenary groups overseas, Blackwater, etc., they just have proxies do it. They just have people that are true believers. They'll get journalists, they get activists to put pressure on these companies, or they know somebody that works in a company. No, I know that you're talking about a specific instance.
Like there was a back door.
No, I know what you're talking.
The Democrats have a back door
but
into
now
Twitter,
now that has been exposed, they'll just close it and they'll still do it just by they'll circumvent.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just like they already do. Like the thing with the Hunter Biden laptop, the New York Post story. Mm-hmm. That was most likely a bunch of journalists contacting the safety and equity board at Twitter, being like, "This is Russian disinformation. Do you want this on here? You got to lock this down. We don't know what this is." That's probably what it was.
I bet that was like in the FBI, the intelligence agencies. I guarantee you.
Well, how many journalists how many of these fucking media outlets are completely intertwined with those people?
I don't think it's
unofficially, but they are.
I don't think it's even intertwined. I think it's fear. I think it's fear. That's really what I like.
I think these people are ideologically possessed.
No, they
I don't
are.
Think it's fear.
No, John, they know. Like, you do not go against the intelligence agencies. You don't go against them.
And they don't feel like they even have to. Because they're like, yeah, that sounds reasonable. We're saving the country.
I maybe. I'm sure some of them feel that way. But, dude, they can rip you apart. I mean, they can take your life down in ways that you can't even imagine, And, like, a lot of these people probably aren't very good people, too. They probably do drugs. They probably do shady stuff. They probably are. Yeah, I mean, no, on it, you're a human being, right? But Sean, imagine, like you said, well, if I had the money. Well, if you had the money, for a lot of people, you do fucked up shit. Pay off cops, you have parties at your house. There's like orgies. You're cheating on your wife. You're doing whatever. Like that's what these rich people do, and the FBI knows what they're doing. Not the FBI, the NSA. Like they're following all these people. Like they know. Yeah. It was Dianne Feinstein got harassed when she was on charge of the Intel Committee for looking into the Assange stuff and Snowden.
Yeah, you can't let these old ladies just be gossiping like that.
Well, it's just there's no backbone, and we obviously need
No, I
cleaner
know.
people in politics. But
Yeah, that's the political apparatus. Yeah. But so, Michael, if the CIA comes to you and they say, Michael, listen, you're gonna have to spread this propaganda, or we're coming for you. You're gonna spread the propaganda.
What is it
Are
for?
you gonna be on like Zoobox being like, well, actually,
that's the wrong
that-
answer, Michael. What
now-
is it for?
now that I think about it, Mike might be compromised already. I mean, just a few episodes ago, he's just like, oh, trying to tell me that China's not communist because he watched the video. It's fucking
No,
psychopath.
what if they come to you and they say, well, if you don't do this, then we're gonna we have some stuff on you, and you're looking at 20 to 50 years.
Well, see, that's the thing, right? Like, people put in that position, like, what do you do? Because you have your self-preservation instinct, you have your survival instinct. Maybe you have other people attached. You got family, friends. What do you do? What do you do in those situations? That's a tough question. Like, I don't know the answer. I don't know if you can really, truly answer that until they're at your door. Because how the fuck are you going to take into account? It's because it's not going to just be you. It's everything that surrounds you. Everything that surrounds your life
Which is why you should respect Roger Stone. Which is why you should respect Steve Bannon. Like, these guys have been trying to take down. Like, these people. Why are they fighting so hard to put these people away and to put these people in jail? The intelligence agencies don't go after people in good faith.
But I know, but that also could be just like petty bullshit between them. Like, you slighted me, now I'm gonna get you. That's not kind of like, I mean,
that's even worse. Honestly,
I know it is, but I guess Roger Stone maybe specifically is like that's kind of like he has like personal vendettas against politicians, and they went after him. And that's not. I'm not saying that's
that
right.
wasn't political.
Right.
That was the intelligence agencies. Like, he accidentally misstated something. Like, basically.
I know, but they threw the hammer at him, obviously at the behest of other people. Like, I mean, granted, Roger Stone, he's been around
put body cams on all of them. If you're in the government, you should have a body cam on you 24 hours a day.
I think it should be installed in your eye.
Yeah. If you want to work for Big Brother, well, we'll watch you too.
Yeah, but when does it come off?
Never.
No, like, it just obviously, like, it's just, you just have to have it on.
Yeah, but like a lot of like those higher level positions, like those people kind of like that. Like, their schedules are kind of crazy.
No, just you have it on you. Have it on you at all times.
Imagine like if it was installed into your eye. Problem solved, buddy.
No,
you don't even have to think about it.
It would be simple. It'd just be like on your tie.
Like, Jesus, Mike, what is that? Is that blood coming out of your eye? Is that blood coming out? Ah, my fucking camera's acting up again. God damn.
Yeah,
They gave me the fucking cheap one.
Like, your eye explodes and you're like, oh, it happens all the time. Don't worry about it, man. No, but I think it would just be a camera on your tie or something. Because, well, this is the thing. There is no.
I'm sure a lot of those higher positions, those people probably work like unofficially. They probably work, taking deals and stuff.
That's fine. Well, the thing is they shouldn't. Like, these people have too much authority and too much oversight of our freedoms. That Justin Amash used to be he's a charge of the Libertarian Party now. He said something earlier. It was kind of interesting, but it was a very short quote that he said, but it was a really beautiful one. I thought. I can't find it right now. I'm not going to spend all this time looking for it. But it's a really interesting point where he's sitting there talking about it's just not they have too much authority. Like, I was been going back all over the Julian Assange stuff and just watching his interviews, and you're seeing a man like literally psychologically be broken over the course of like 10 years.
Yeah, you're locked in a room, dude, for fucking you're basically in prison. I mean,
no, you go before that. In 2011, he was under house arrest. Mm-hmm. He got interviewed by 60 Minutes, and it was like, oh my God, this is actually kind of like somewhat journalism. I don't know how much was cut out, but there were some hard-hitting questions in there. The things that Julian Assange leaked made us look really bad. Made us look like they showed that Obama and his Justice Department and like the Department of Defense, they were lying about how many people were dying in Afghanistan, manipulating numbers. That famous video of those journalists getting shot by the Apache guys, and they're laughing about it. They didn't know they were journalists, but like 14 people got killed. They just blew them away because they had guns. That was, I don't think people realize how bad we were and how awful we were over there.
I think, yeah, because it's one of those times. It's kind of like when the media was able to cover the Vietnam War, people saw firsthand the horrors of war, right? And then on this instance, it was revealed like the horrors of our policies and
but
what we
that's when
do
we had
over there.
journalists, though. That's
I know,
when we had
no,
journalists.
I know that, but but they figure it out. They figure out how to get around that, or do things, in the cover of darkness, or when nobody's looking, or places that aren't being looked at by journalists, obviously.
It's just too much, man. It's just like we're hitting, like, I couldn't believe that, like, because when I responded to that, the guy goes, this Holt guy goes something to the effect of, if a Twitter ban will lead to fascism, then these things are already around. And I'm like, no shit, dude. No shit, sure. Like, yeah, exactly. If the wrong people, we already have the wrong people there. But if there's one guy that is supported by those people, and I do not believe the intelligence agencies give a crap about these.
Here's a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you explain to people about these kind of issues and because people, like, innately, a lot of people, they don't want to, like, believe that this kind of shit goes on.
Well, I mean, like I said, point them to Snowden, point them to Assange.
Just even with, like, people don't want to believe about like vaccines. Like, some of them we don't like.
Yeah, Mike, just be careful. We're getting
no, I know, but
with YouTube.
What I'm saying is that people, like, how do you get people to see that there are, like, bad people out there doing awful things for money and that's all they care about, and
there is
power, but they don't. But you can look at history. People have been doing this since the beginning of the time, but for some reason, people living now or in the time, they don't believe that would actually happen.
It's like what happened with a lot of Jewish people in Nazi Germany and Budapest and Hungary and such. They were just like, they thought those people were crazy and it could never happen where they were at, which is something I hear a lot about in America. It's like, you don't be ridiculous. Of course,
how do you get people to see the light? How do you get people? Well, I would say Alex Jones.
You would just know, because, like, Alex Jones is fine and everything, but the way you got to do it is, I think, is more simple. Get down on their level. Okay, you got to be like what do you like to do? And they'll be like, oh, well, I like to have guns. Let's say, like, they're a gun person. They own guns, right? And then they'll be like, well, like, don't you think it's kind of bullcrap that you can't walk around with a gun? Like, it's weird. You got to start them small. You can't come out and just being like, the deep state is full of vampire.
No, but not even that. But, like, how do you get people that, like, a doctor, let's just say, like, a doctor would prescribe you something because they're making money off of it, but they would be like, no, a doctor wouldn't do that. An example. Just on any of these kind of things.
Just point
that
there's examples.
These people in authority don't always necessarily have the best interest for you.
Let's compare, and you're 100% right. And as a fact, okay? And how do you get people to believe that? Be like, it's very simple. So you take the opioid crisis, right? That happened for, like, it's still going on, but it was a big deal. All this stuff just got released where all these pharmaceutical companies knew where the numbers were, like, as far as, like, these big hot spots, like in West Virginia. They didn't report them. The FDA didn't report on them. They didn't care. They just let it keep happening. Like, when a doctor is signing thousands of prescriptions for an opioid a week, where the original labeling and, like, when they would sell it to doctors, say that it's non-addictive for these opioids, which is, as a doctor or a pharmacist, like, how do you, or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you not know these are not opioids? Like, that's crazy. Opioids are addictive. But anyway, because a lot of people, even doctors and professionals, are passive, and they'll just do what they're told. I think there's a lot of people that are like that. They won't do the research, like, oh, this guy's telling me this, and the company would be liable if they were lying. So he's like, it's not on me. I think that's how it goes. But you just say, look at the opioid crisis. Tens of thousands. I don't even know how many people have died, but it's a lot of people have died from opioid over the last 10, 15 years. And then you go from pharmaceutical opioids, and just be like, tell me how the vaccines are any different. How can you prove to me the FDA is being honest when they've already been caught like fibbing shit.
Yeah, and that's just one
I don't wanna
example. But I'm just saying there's like tons of these little examples where people would just like believe it because it comes from
A
like
point of
the-
authority.
yeah, and it's just like, well, you know, and a lot of it doesn't make sense, but people just believe it and do it because
Well,
somebody tells them to, and it's like,
It's like, okay, who hasn't gotten pulled over and not agreed with a cop, or knows someone that hasn't agreed with a cop, or thought a cop was lying? Just because you're in a position of authority doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to be a jerk, or to lie, or to manipulate, to get, because maybe that cop doesn't want to look stupid in front of his coworkers. It's like Chauvin is a really good example, a recent example. It was hubris. It was his ego. He didn't want to get off of him because he was being told to get off of him. You know, like that's what I saw looking back on the Derek Chauvin thing. You can throw all the case stuff out. Like, he just would not get off of him because people were telling him to. And he's like, no, I'm going to sit here with my hands on my hips and whatever. And just ignore you. Screw you.
Mhm.
it's just hard to get people to kind of see that these things aren't always what they seem to be.
I don't think anything is ever what it seems to be. And it's just like, it's like the fascism, or like what these people, these elites think. These elites, they've done it for hundreds of years, generations. Like, this is what they do. This is what they've always.
You know, you try to tell people that there's these rich people out there, you know, trafficking little children,
Yeah.
and they're doing all these crazy things to them, and then people would be
Epstein.
like, no, that would be reported everywhere, and blah, blah, blah.
Epstein.
Well,
Epstein.
but here's it's not just, well, it's not even just Epstein. Like, they're not nationally reported, but oftentimes local newspapers will cover when they find, like kids in cages in California. Like, 300 people get arrested for sex trafficking children. That was a real story. That's a real thing that happened. It was covered by the media, just not nationally. So the average person doesn't know it. So if you know that, like, you can go find the story and share it with them, because unfortunately, like, appealing to personalities and stuff like that, it doesn't work. And it's something we wouldn't agree with if it was somebody that we didn't agree with. So you have to kind of do some work and really try to put the pieces together for people so you can show them. You can actually show them something. Don't be like, go watch Alex Jones, because people will automatically dismiss that. But like, maybe you show them a pattern of behavior, you're able to pull up some articles or something, it gets them interested, and they can go do some stuff on their own. People ultimately have to convince themselves. It's very hard to convince anybody of anything. Like, you have to, like, kind of be a Socratic. It's like called the Socratic method. You just start asking questions so people start thinking the conclusion is their own. Like, they've come to this conclusion. They discovered it.
That's good.
And they will wake up. But you have to be savvy. You have to be educated. You have to be savvy enough to be able to lead somebody down that road. And that's hard. It's hard because people are very closed off, because everybody wants to think that the world works in a way that is comfortable and everybody's life is good, and crazy things they're anomalies. They don't happen every day. They don't happen to everybody. But the reality is a lot different than that. We get really hung up on our own circumstances. It's very hard to see past your own life.
And I think that's a big thing as to why I've been leaning more towards we need to abolish certain things of the system that don't work anymore, or that maybe we just don't need them because we have technology that can replace them. We don't need, because what the fascists or these elites really want is for it to replace you. Okay, they want to replace you and me. We got to start focusing on how to replace them with technology, and getting rid, because they're using the technology against us. We need to turn it on them, which I think a lot of people are. They're using social media and stuff. So, like, we need to figure out how to replace these elites, and the way, like, we need to get rid of some of these institutions. They need to be maybe less human interaction, more out. So, like, maybe in a way, the NSA would be completely, and maybe this could be a long time away for sure, but like with quantum computing, maybe we could be sophisticated enough where there would be no need for human interaction, and it would only go based off of like legal analysis, and what they deem to be illegal, they can send information to a judge or like a human counterpart or someone that we could say would try to be impartial to the best of their something. Like there could be a way so like human beings wouldn't get to look at it. Maybe that's an answer.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would want everything just to be some data-driven decision, because then you're removing the human element of it, and it becomes inhumane at some point.
No, it's just like I'm
if
talking the selection though. Like the select, because I bet that's what we're doing now. Now you get a bunch of keywords. This person's talking, because right now we know person A is talking to person B. Person B is being watched by the NSA, and they have to go through certain legal steps and learn certain legal qualifications to be able to unmask that person. Like with Tucker Carlson, that's like basically what they did was illegal, because there is nothing in there that would assume for him to be unmasked. There would like. It'll just say American journalist and then whatever they said. So we are like, it's like with the Trump thing, like the guy that lied, like the lawyer lied. He completely lied. Like
but don't we already kind of do that with technology? And then it's when something is, a red flag comes or whatever, then you have to get humans involved in it to look at the data and then interpret it.
Okay, then maybe we should just have no more computers in the government. They should not have access, and we should go back to paper records.
I mean, okay, maybe paper records wouldn't be that bad of an idea.
No, like they should not have access to our emails. And they should never be able to.
Of course not. No, we need accountability.
No, yeah.
We need to reform in that way. Like, it needs to be brought to heel. It needs to be sucked back in. It needs to be shrunk.
No, it needs to be disbanded.
Or localized.
We don't need it anymore. So
Okay.
after the fall of Germany, and then like 1942, 1945, like we started seeing like you've seen the Good Shepherd. Like they became the government. They took over.
I understand that. Yeah, I understand that.
So they run shit.
I understand that. I mean, you can abolish things, and that doesn't mean those things will actually change, because they're always going to be there now. That's never going away. You can't put that genie back in the bottle.
Yeah, no, it's not about.
It'll be called something else. It'll be private. It'll be whatever you want to call it.
Well, we have them already. We already have private intelligence agencies, and they're probably worse.
Yes, we do.
So why wouldn't we just
Every fucking ex-CIA guy works for one or started one.
Yeah,
security
McChrystal and Brennan.
They're all doing it. They're all fucking doing it. So
the thing is this.
That's why you can't actually put that genie back in the bottle.
Well, the thing is this. Like maybe we could, if you took away the government from being able to handle this classified information to be the only ones to have it, private companies could start up and just do it, and there would be competition, and then there would be
already have versions of that.
I don't know if they're watching everybody in the American people, but they definitely have the capability of pulling information wherever they want.
I don't know. There has to be some sort of oversight or accountability. Otherwise, they just do whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to tell you. They don't have to say shit to you.
I know, but if they're all like, this is the problem though. The government protects companies that do crazy crap, and there is no way to hold them accountable.
Yeah, and those people are going to protect themselves. If there was no government, why wouldn't they?
There is no government already.
That's what I'm just saying. So if there was no government, why wouldn't they also be incentivized? Like, why would they want to stop their behavior? Why wouldn't they just move it to a different mode?
Yeah.
And then continue it, and then they're going to do like what people do already with like price fixing, right? Everybody gets together and they say, okay, we're going to charge this amount for corn, so we're not really in competition, but we are. Blah blah blah. That was actually the movie The Informant was all about that. These major manufacturers, these major corn harvesters and stuff that wanted to bring corn to be the new thing that was syrup and stuff. They were doing price fixing. And they were
like taking turns about who was going to have this quarter you'll make money, next quarter we'll make money, so on and so forth.
I don't think it would be much different than that.
No, but that's the thing is it's the government that protected them because they were working with the regulating agencies who were supposed to be keeping track of stuff.
Yeah, because and this is where I agree with you.
It's just like the 2008 dude. No, because the regulations are the mistake then.
Okay, all right.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but it's not like maybe we just need to start over. We just need to go back to ground zero and just be like, all right, dude, like we're done. No, I don't know what the answer is, but it's definitely not whatever we're doing now is not
the answer. Yes, Michael, he's a secret squirrel. He's always talking to us. He's always sending us messages about insider knowledge he has about them.
Oh yeah, the insider knowledge, the famous. I forgot all about it.
Now, I don't want you to reveal your source, Michael.
No, I can't do that.
But now, who is this person that told you that? Not who is this person, but what did they tell you about something was coming out about somebody in the next 6 months? Did you say?
No. I said in the next 2 years, 24 months.
Okay.
Who?
It's about Joe Rogan. Something's gonna come up major about him.
All right. What is it?
Well, I don't know what it is. I never got that information, but
What you literally said.
Milo Yiannopoulos said the same thing like a year and a half ago on the Skanks. What is it called? Legion of Skanks?
Yeah.
He said that. He said Joe
now
Rogan.
I'm
He's like,
saying
there's
it
something
now.
coming down the pike.
Yeah.
And
Mike.
What was his time frame?
It was like It was like a year, 6 months, and then it blew past that. So
Okay.
Well, I'm at 2 years, so.
Okay. No, but listen, Mike.
I still
hold
got
on,
time.
Hold on. Like
What?
this person who told you this.
Yeah, I have reasons why they think this. If you want. Me
Okay.
to
Give me the reasons. Give me the reasons why you think that.
Okay, their
Right.
reason is because they think that everybody's human, so everybody, nobody's flawless, so everybody has something.
He's
And
fucking
behind-
kids.
And behind closed doors,
Uh-huh.
Joe Rogan has probably did something bad, just like anybody. People are people. People do bad and good things.
Uh-huh.
And Joe Rogan is stepping on the wrong people's toes.
Whose
And people
toes?
Who?
Whose toes? Yeah. Whose toes?
Just
has
the
he been
woke
stepping on?
culture, people like this. Like, he's talking about things that they don't want him talking about.
Okay.
Corporations' toes, all these things.
Yeah, but he's really not, Michael. He's making them fuck tons of money.
Yeah, but he's also stepping on toes. You could say
No,
that.
he's not. Who is he stepping?
Well,
Whose
what do you
toes is
mean?
he stepping
Like,
on?
if he has Brett Weinstein on to talk about ivermectin, isn't that like undermining whatever you want to?
Undermining who?
I
So,
mean, like,
anyways,
are you
Dan, that's
saying?
your opinion that he's not stepping on someone's toes, but he's
Yeah.
stepping on people's toes.
Okay.
And he's a human, so he's probably done some stuff that, everybody, who knows what it is. I don't know what it is. And, in the modern day and age, there's always a way to dig this stuff up. There's always a paper trail, and somebody's going to pay a lot of money to dig this up, and they're going to put it out to stop him.
Sometimes I feel like Mike is like talking about like where it's like I don't know, like he's like there's an archaeologist on the it's like Indiana Jones. He's just on Twitter, just searching for the Holy Grail. No, because like New York Times was trying to do a hit piece and they couldn't find anything, and they talked to everybody from his past.
But you're buying that though? You buy that? You buy that this is not like Joe Rogan maybe actually just controlled opposition. Like they actually have him on heel. They've reined him in because of Spotify.
I don't think so. Then why would Dr.
Just saying.
Pierre Corey and all these like
Because
it just doesn't make sense.
they know it's not a big deal. They just let him do it.
Well, maybe. You might be right, but
You gotta think four-dimensionally about this.
Yeah,
dude.
but why?
You're over here
would-
citing the New York Times as a trusted
No,
outlet. Like
no,
they wrote that in good faith.
They didn't. They said he's too big to fail.
Yeah.
That's what they said, right? So I'm like, okay, if this
nobody's too big to
antagonist,
fail.
if this and that's true, that is true. Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Epstein, right? John McAfee. It's just there is like when I read the article, it just was like he is too big to fail. Like they've had 12 meetings in the company. Like they can't. He's making them too much money. And I really don't like the corporations that are working close with our governments are the ones that are the most regulated. So Spotify, probably not, but big tech, they have a really like big thing going on. Like there's a lot of concern. FEC stuff is starting to get filed. Like monopoly talk is happening. But when you go after, oh, sorry.
Well, the question is, when do you think Joe Rogan started influencing culture on like a massive scale? Like how long ago?
7 years ago.
Fear factor.
No, it wasn't that.
No, JR, I would say Joe Rogan, like his podcast, like 2013, 2014.
Is when
He was affecting like popular culture by that time.
Yeah, because I mean it took a long time because it used to be kind of it used to be a conspiracy show, it used to be a dick out show, blah blah blah. But as he got more involved in like this culture war stuff, that starts in 2013, 2014.
Yeah,
so when did he really start to influence it? I mean, like really start to have like influence
where his
over like
impact-
massive amounts of people.
Oh, okay, well maybe 2016.
I would say 2015 because that's when I started listening to him. Was probably 2014, 2015.
Yeah.
And if I got into him, it's because you know.
But you're a little bit ahead of the curve.
Well, a little bit, but I'm not far behind. I always catch on to shit like a few months to a year before it's like big, you know.
I think
It's
I
like,
found him when I moved to Maryland. That's when I found him.
Like I won't search out like new bands, you know. I'm the dude that's like, oh, I'm on the peripheral. I just will hear something like, oh, it's a cool song, you know, I'll check them out, and then I end up liking them or whatever. Or I have Sean.
He's been going around for a good solid 5 years, impacting popular culture.
Sure,
absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so
Spotify is where he hit the next level, though. That's like Howard Stern level. Like he is culturally significant. He affects culture.
Yeah, but nowadays it's only when the media tries to do something to somebody he has on or like him because he said something. Because that's the only time I like. You know, this is somebody I listened to Joe Rogan for what, like fucking 8 years or something. As soon as he went on Spotify, it was like out of sight, out of mind, dude.
Yeah, so like no wonder you're having all these conspiratorial thoughts. You don't even listen to the guy anymore. Like, oh, what happens if he's paid off?
No, I'm not saying he is. Like, he's consciously doing it. But you can create a scenario where you control a person without them even realizing they're really being controlled.
I think there is definitely you can tell he's getting pressure from Spotify in certain areas.
But
I think
he has people come on. The only stories that make it are the most like innocuous fucking things. Like he had Brett Weinstein and that Pierre Corey guy on. That didn't really make the news. You know what made the news? A fucking 2-year-old story about Quentin Tarantino having Bruce Lee get beat up in his movie, or Quentin Tarantino saying something like, just to dilute it. Like it doesn't.
I don't think it has anything to do with dilution. I think it comes down to they don't want to talk about that because it goes against what they believe. That's how partisan our newspapers are.
Yeah, but they would use that as an attack. They could use it as an attack.
But if you follow like right-wing media, like Human Events, sometimes Colette, Claire Lemon, whatever her name is, she is awful. She was so annoying. They wrote a hit piece on Brett Weinstein, and it was trash. They literally were talking crap about him.
Yeah, but was it a hit piece or was it refuting his? Was it just more focusing? I didn't read. I have not read it. So
I'm telling you, dude. If you read that shit, it's there. Are
they attacking his character or what he's saying? That's what I'm asking.
Well, everything. But like the things they're bringing up, like I read probably multiple different breakdowns of it, and the guy's like, "Listen, man," he's like, "No, this like the way they're framing this, the way they're calling him, like I think the title of the thing is even like it's offensive. It's like derogatory towards him. It's like they're talking crap in the article. They're like on the title." But anyway, so I think Joe Rogan is, in my opinion, when I listen to him, Mike, you tell me because you've been listening to him too. They definitely don't talk about certain things for very long. They may broach a subject or something. And I don't think it's intentional, but I do think he has this like feeling. He's like, if I talk about this, I know I'm going to get destroyed.
Yeah, he has a sense of responsibility that he did not have years ago.
Right, so that's the pressure. I don't think it's any company. I don't think it's anything else than that.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like you can control a person without like directly being like, I am not allowing you to do this. Dude, I am paying you not to do this.
But Dan, he'll talk about like the trans stuff. He'll talk about like the athlete
they're on
stuff
the way
where
out.
He gets destroyed about.
They're on the way out, dude. They're not going to be important. Like they're on the way out. They're not going to be culturally significant anymore.
Well, okay, so what about the pharmaceutical stuff that he was talking about?
No. Listen, he does it. Like that's what I'm saying. He's not. There's certain things he doesn't talk about, like Kyle Rittenhouse situation, and like that's a really easy one to like really talk about and to have.
He doesn't talk about any of that, or about the cop that.
They talked about Derek Chauvin, but it's not in a positive way, and they're not really trying to take his side. They think he's a piece of crap. They don't talk about the trial. Like he's staying away from things.
Yeah, he does stay away from that stuff.
Like he, you know what I mean? He's not because back the old Joe Rogan would have got the lawyer on, would have got like the attorney or somebody. Like it would have been more culture because those are big cultural things, and he was trying to build a brand back then and be interesting content. Now that he's secure with his money, he just doesn't have to take as many chances.
Yeah.
You know, like why rock the boat?
Paid off.
and there is a part to being paid off. I just would have to say, like, let's be honest and give Joe Rogan the credit that he deserves, and I just don't see anything from him. He's staying away from certain topics. It doesn't mean he's sold out. Maybe he just doesn't feel like dealing with it. Because, like, Sean, remember when those Johnny Depp people came at you? That one time, dude, you privated everything. It was so intense.
I had to private everything, but
yeah,
I
dude,
still
that guy
talk to
lives
them.
that
I still fucking talk some mad shit back to them.
But Sean, but you're like talking about one moment. That's every day of his life,
I
all the
understand.
time.
Well, he's obscured from it because he's not directly, because he's so big now. Like, he is not doing that stuff anymore.
Yeah, but he still feels it, dude. He knows. He's like,
No,
I'm gonna talk about this.
I agree with you. But did we talk about this on the podcast or privately? It was Jordan Peterson. You said, I think we talked about it a little bit on the podcast or on the Zoobox Live.
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson not being like in the fight anymore.
Yeah, he's not in the fight.
So wouldn't you say that Joe Rogan, and you found that disappointing? So what did you say that true. Joe Rogan kind of not really being in the fight anymore is disappointing?
Oh, he was never in the fight.
He brought all of those people to prominence.
No, okay, listen. I agree. I'm not saying that like that. That's true. That's a fair point. Maybe I should be a little more considerate towards Jordan, but I think it's also Jordan being this intellect. Like, Jordan was not just like Joe Rogan, maybe world famous, but Jordan Peterson is kind of different to me because I don't go to Joe Rogan to actually hear about like real shit. Like, I like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to Joe Rogan as like a point of authority.
Not from him, no.
Of moral guidance or like, no, you know what I mean? Like, because Jordan Peterson is maybe like theistically kind of like a religious figure, like in a way, he's become this monolithic guy, which he would admit that, and he's talked about that. Like, it is incredible the amount of power that he has and the persuasion of his words or what he says. So it's like, I can understand that, but I feel like his impact, if he came out and put a video out where he's like, we need to stand up and we need to reject like Trudeau, and we're going to go protest.
Oh, I don't even know if he feels that way. Honestly, I don't know really what.
That's what I'm saying. The COVID stuff, he doesn't talk about it.
Well, he was he was, in fairness, he was out of commission for most of that, and it's also not his realm of expertise.
It's still happening.
He has been, other than the free speech thing, the speech law thing, he's a little bit of a statist. Like, he believes in the system. Believes in that.
I don't think he believes in churches being locked up and people not being able to practice. Like, I don't think, if I had to guess, he's not into that. He's read enough history to know.
But I don't. But we don't know. We don't know that.
Well, that's the point. That's the problem. Is why do I not hear him talking about his country and how bad it is right now? 20 churches have been burned to the ground. 20.
Yeah, I mean,
that is strange. I mean, because I thought that his expertise isn't like.
It is his expertise. Yes.
Yeah.
This is his area, dealing with fascism and the rise of authoritarianism and power.
I thought that's what he
and the abuse of state power. It's like that's all he talked about.
Well, the state's not burning down churches.
No, but they're stopping people. They're doing all this crazy stuff.
No, I know that. Yes, yeah.
No, Trudeau won't even talk about it. He won't even say it's bad.
Yeah, they suck.
I mean, you can't even go anywhere unless you're vaccinated in Canada.
They're insane, man.
Yeah. Oh no, they are really lost the plot.
But
dude, Australia it came out today. They're deploying like 100 more troops to do to enforce more lockdowns because of this new strain.
Yeah, Delta or Epsilon.
Maybe, I don't know. It was one of those.
Epsilon is saying that. So Epsilon is supposed to make the vaccines like 60 to 70% less effective.
Yeah, it might be that one.
So Pfizer was saying that they're trying to do a booster shot for Delta and Epsilon,
which they talked about.
And then the CDC said, I think for the first time I've seen it, the CDC and one other organization came to FDA. They were like, no, you don't need a third booster shot. So they said, you don't need a booster shot. That's what they said.
Yeah.
Because if they start talking like that, then people ain't getting the vaccine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why Jordan Peterson is not talking about this, because this is what he would talk about forever.
Yes.
He would always talk about Nazi Germany and how they took over and how the Jews had to wear their little star. And
yeah.
This is like, this is what's going on in his country.
The thing that bothers me is he knows about he has to foresee that they're turning up the temperature slowly. His own daughter left the country. His own daughter said, "I'm getting out of here."
Oh, sure. Yeah.
She moved to Texas. That's a sign. Like, people in your family who love you are like, "I'm out. Like, this is not where I want to live anymore." Like, maybe a little less authoritarianism down here for now or whatever, while they continue to build up their police state.
And
But
you know what? Dan's right. This got me thinking. He's always talking about being courageous and standing up, and and he's not doing it, Sean.
I said this. Well, this is what you can eat.
Well,
he can still have valid points and not be the person that you want him to be.
But like, see, this is where I disagree. Like, because I felt like you were trying to say like about his mental health and what happened to him. It was a tragedy. What happened to him? Had basically a mental breakdown, and like that doesn't mean his message is bad. It means that he's a human being, just like the rest of us.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Right, and I think I had to say, like I said the other night, and I'll say it again, for the audio listeners, he might die if he actually tries to do anything. I think he is that weak of like, I'm physically, like I really do. He does not look like a healthy man, like to me. Like he's tan, sure, or whatever, but he just doesn't look like the fighting Jordan Peterson of the past that we saw, with vigor, piss and vigor. Like he still cries all the time. He cries all the time on his on his show.
Unstable.
Why is he crying so much?
Well, like when Yeonmi Park was on there, and like, dude, like him just talking to her, and when she basically said that when she went to Columbia University in New York City, it was like a huge waste of money and time. He broke down because it was devastating, because even he still believes in the education system, surprisingly.
Well, that's what I was going to bring up when I was talking about like how maybe he feels about the functions of society or the government. Like that was such a big surprise to him.
I think he thinks it's redeemable. But when a person from North Korea doesn't even find value in one of the most prestigious institutions in the country, it broke him. It broke his heart.
She might be a shady bitch. Who knows? Come on, Jordan.
Maybe.
Who is she? Maybe she's a North Korean operative sent here to undermine our trust in our institutions, dude.
She could be. Did you please tell me you listened to finish the Michael Malice episode with Alex Jones? Dude, yeah. Michael, probably one of the funniest things I have ever heard in my life. So Michael Malice says to Alex Jones, she goes, like, how do you? Because I've heard it before, like sometimes people try to connect you with like Jewish conspiracy and they rule the world, and he goes, listen, there's only one Jewish conspiracy, and it's my dick. He's like, because we all are all circumcised. Mike, you do not have a Jewish dick. He's like, I got a Jewish dick. It was one of the funniest things. It was such a great moment. Oh, actually,
yeah, but I wish I did.
What? Have your shit circum? No, you don't, dude. You have more pleasure. You get more pleasure.
Yeah, but Dan, you don't understand. If you got to be careful, man. If that thing expands too much.
Expands too much, like too quickly. It's like you got to warm it up. You got to warm the engine up a little bit.
No, if it just expands too much, that skin's tied onto there, dude. It's just fucking. You gotta be careful, man.
Can you like instinctually just make your penis larger than just just keep growing?
No, I'm just saying, Dan. You just gotta be careful, okay?
That's that's what you get when you have an uncircumcised penis. You're like an X-Man.
Okay.
That's your special power.
You just have to be careful.
Unlimited pleasure, unlimited size. But you got to be careful. But it comes with a limit,
because if you go too much, it pulls. You just got to be careful, Dan.
I will be careful, dude. Dude, do you guys see Michael Avenatti? Okay, hold on. This is 20 seconds.
Historically speaking, is that when people talk conspiracy, it's like one sentence away from it being a Jewish conspiracy. Is that something that you are concerned with promoting accidentally?
The only Jewish conspiracy there is that I'm circumcised. And that is a Jewish idea. So, my dick is Jewish.
Alex Jones is a comedian, dude. That guy is my dick.
He's an entertainer, man. He's an
No,
entertainer.
he's not. Don't call him that. Don't disrespect him like that.
No, but that's
Okay.
mainly why
He's not an entertainer. He's
he
a
does
prophet.
have a lot of good information. But I like listening to Alex Jones just a lot. Like that's
It's for the
honestly
fun.
why I want to
He
listen
puts
to
on
him.
a
but
fun show.
But it's like that's great. But he really is telling you the truth.
No,
you
he
know?
is. But
He
it's
really
so
is
funny
trying.
too.
At least he's trying to put the pieces together because every single what did they say? Like everything's a conspiracy until like 6 months from now or something. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's like that. Think about the last 4 or 5 years. Everything is a conspiracy, and I'm telling you, dude, trust the plan. No, I'm kidding. Did you see that card I sent you?
Oh yeah, let's
that
look
they're
at
passing
I'll
out?
bring it up on screen here if I can find
Well,
it.
I think it's either which I think it's
There it
actually
is.
it's happening in South Carolina maybe or Texas.
Is this at
It's what it-
CPAC? Did you say this
Yeah.
was at CPAC? Okay.
Yeah, that's what
I'll share it on screen.
That's
What
what
is this?
Salamander said.
All right, this is what we're looking at here.
He doesn't
The
mention
seven-
anything about the election, so it's
7-point plan to restore Donald J. Trump in days, not years. Number 1, reveal Achilles' heel. Pull back the curtain on the horror show that is today's Democratic Party. Watch Pelosi melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. See the Black Caucus and other key groups flip unexpectedly, and watch the tables turn. Number 2, witness a trusted conservative elected as Speaker of the House, and finally, reveal suppressed results of existing investigations into election racketeering. Number 3, correct the official record, reveal that Trump legitimately won the 2020 election. Number 4, the Speaker of the House drafts articles of impeachment for Biden and Harris. Number 5, citizen Donald J. Trump is placed into the line of the presidential succession behind the vice president by electing him Speaker of the House. Number 6, Speaker of the House Donald J. Trump then calls for a vote to impeach, charge, and remove imposters Biden and Harris. Number 7, duly impeach, charge, and remove Biden and Harris, whereby rendering all acts of said imposters while in office null and void and of no effect. Then, duly elected Donald J. Trump resumes his rightful place as U.S. president. That's
Trump
the plan.
card, patriotsword.com. It's basically, listen, I'm a prophet. I'm a prophet. I am the new Alex Jones. I have been calling this for a long time. Obviously, but I really do think the Speaker of the House stuff is that could really happen. Like that could legitimately happen.
Listen, I will never say something is not possible. Like there's no way it's going to happen. But
it makes the most sense.
why
If they are actually trying to reinstate him, it's the easiest way to do
are
it.
these people all like corrupt and
No, that's Matt Gaetz, bro. Matt Gaetz is said that in Sarasota, Florida. I mean, you were on Delta 8 the other night, so I forgive you if you forget.
No,
Okay.
I know that, but I mean,
They are already planting the seeds and implementing this stuff. They're basing that off of what he said.
yeah, I know that, but I'm sure they are.
They are.
Yeah, but that's I don't know.
Donald Trump is the most powerful man in politics, especially on the right side. He is
That
more
remains
powerful
to be
than
seen.
Obama.
Remains to be seen.
No, but it's not. No, what do you mean, dude?
You're not going to know until there's another election cycle. We will not know.
They already had, dude, in a D+30 district in Texas,
Listen,
a Republican got elected because Donald Trump supported her.
I mean, I don't know if it's because of that. I don't know that.
It's
And
definitely, well, it's a border town, so it's debatable.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of that. But what I'm saying is that's why you're seeing we've talked about this before, so we don't have to spend all day on it. But the GOP is so kind of watch and wait. A lot of them, other than people like Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's kind of like their brand. That's what their constituency likes. They like that stuff.
Josh Hawley. I don't think that's their brand. I just think they believe it. It's part of their brand. Like I think they may actually believe it.
They very well could.
Do you watch them in government? At least like they try.
Well,
Rand Paul definitely tries. No one tries.
Rand Paul, but he's like trying for real. He's not like out there just speaking rhetoric at rallies. Like he's going in there and being like filibustering and doing what he can.
Well, this is the problem.
Bringing the point to the floor.
The GOP won't actually support him because he is too radical. He is still too radical for them.
I know.
He's like, I don't think we should give money to countries that kill their own people. Whoa, man.
Oh, baby. Don't you know I got investments there? What are you saying, Ron?
Yeah.
What are you saying, Rand?
Nancy Pelosi's husband made $10 million after these big deals with Amazon, whatever. Like, all this stuff went through, and they made millions of dollars on, like, no bullshit, the riskiest deals you can make in Wall Street. He was putting them on margin, which basically means if you lose everything if it doesn't go your way in a very short amount of time. And he hit his marks. So at least that's how I understand it. But listen, okay, we have to talk about this, Sean, and I don't care if you don't want to talk about it, but we're talking about it because Mike and I want to talk about it.
The Conor McGregor fight?
Tom Brady will be the next president of the United States. And, no, definitely the Conor McGregor fight. Are you not fucking ready, dude? Are you going to watch that shit, Sean?
Actually, I can't. I'm recording tomorrow night, so probably not.
Dude, man.
Well, it's not gonna be on till like 12 o'clock.
11. I think. Yeah,
11?
I think
That's
the
when
main
they
card
go on, or that's when the main card starts.
main card goes on at 10.
10, right?
10 or
usually 10.
Yeah, they're in Vegas, so it's usually 10, 10:30.
Yeah, but normally the last card is not till like 12 o'clock, Dan.
Yeah. No, you're right on that. They won't. Connor won't. I thought you meant the main card start time was 12. I was like,
No,
yeah.
but if you just want to watch the Connor fight, it probably won't be on till like midnight or something.
Well, I don't know, Mike. If you're gonna spend $80 for Connor or $70, you're probably gonna want to watch all of it, right, Michael? Because you're a good citizen and you like to buy things.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm
But you're
with you
probably
there.
gonna watch everything. I'm
No,
watching.
yeah, because I want to watch the undercard too. I want to watch like Ryan Hall and stuff. Like,
I already
yeah.
bought it. And listen, people. If you're gonna go buy it, you have to buy it today.
Why?
They're projecting, dude. They're projecting. According to what I've heard, I don't know if this is true. What I've seen online, already 2 million buys.
Dude, it's crazy, man, how famous Conor McGregor is.
Dude. Connor McGregor was riding his bike, Sean, on live stream, on Instagram, whatever, and people were literally stopping in traffic, like cars. Everyone, no one cared. He literally, wherever he is, time stops.
Yeah, he's like huge. He's like so big.
Money Machine go brrr when
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's around. Yeah,
Dude, and
that's why like I love all the
about COVID in Ireland.
Yeah,
He's
they
like,
don't care. He's kind of like he's got that Joe Rogan effect, right? He's just like he's too valuable to them, for they don't care.
Dude,
yeah, I mean,
He
does
punched
a
an old
lot
guy
of-
in a fucking bar, dude. Like,
Yeah, fuck that old guy. He shouldn't talk shit. They're apes. They're apes, Sean.
He threw
Don't talk shit.
he
He
threw a
does a lot of
dolly
stuff.
into a bus. Like,
He's a gangster. This is serious. They're ape people. They're not. They're like.
Jesus, dude.
Not all of them are like that, Dan.
No, they're not. But most of them are.
Some.
Most of them are. No, dude. But they're instinctual people. They're like very just in the moment and to sell fights and to do. Dude, Conor McGregor was talking crap between him and Khabib. Took him and his friends, flew a private jet across the world to talk shit and to like throw a dolly or whatever. I don't think that was part of the plan, but still. And he still didn't get canned. Then he goes into a bar. Some old man's like, get that crap out of here. And then, you know what he does? He punches him. Still doesn't get in really any trouble. Like, this guy is unstoppable. And I love it. I'm here for it. Just don't talk shit to the guy. Be nice to him. You are talking to an elite fighter
I don't
that
know.
has
Do
hundreds
we-
of millions of dollars.
What happened with him and what did the old man say?
No, he had,
No, the old man didn't want to take a shot of his whiskey. He said, "No, I don't want it." And then Conor McGregor got pissed off, and
Yeah, Conor McGregor should have gone to prison for assault.
there's no audio, right?
no, there's no
Sad.
audio, but you can see like the body language. He goes like this or something with his hand, like he doesn't want a shot.
I bet there's a
And I
little
think
bit
he
more.
like disrespects the whiskey. Like I think he maybe said it was like cheap or something.
Yeah, I bet he was
Well,
like, just get that cheap shit out of my face. I
I've had,
guarantee he said.
who cares?
Well,
I've
Con,
had proper 12. It's not good.
Well, here's the thing. He sold. He doesn't know. I think he sold it. But Sean, if he does this right, like let's say you get punched by Conor McGregor in a bar.
Yeah, you're gonna make money.
Would you rather have him pay you like $1 million, or would you rather press charges?
If we're
honest.
talking like $1 million, I'll take
No,
$1 million. If he's
what
gonna
about
give me
250,000?
if somebody's gonna give me like 250,000,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he's
gonna
gonna
give it to you cash.
I'd take that. Anything below
Lies.
100,000,
lies.
because that's
Lies.
not life changing
If the-
money.
if-
I would love to see somebody like Conor McGregor be held to fucking account like
For
everybody
what?
else, like any other human being on the planet,
What?
when they
Yeah,
just
but that's the
assault
thing.
somebody in a bar. That's
but
what I would like
that's-
to see.
But
I'm
but
that vindictive.
Okay, we get it. You don't like him.
No,
You don't
no,
like the
but
fact
no,
that he
but
did that. But like,
my
come on.
point is that when you become
You're-
like that rich,
hold
you
on.
can pay people.
No, I know
I get
that
it.
you can, and I totally understand that, and that's probably what happens a lot.
Yeah.
But like, you can't like be asking for accountability like for human beings, and you're like, well, Conor McGregor is too elite for me
No,
to
it's not about
think he
elite.
should
It's
go to
like
jail.
if you get in a bar fight, you shouldn't go to jail.
Well, Dan,
That's
that old man
no.
did not get in a bar
It's
fight.
not a bar
dude.
fight.
Dude,
It's not
they're
a bar
Irish
fight.
people.
No,
They're,
Dan,
that's what they do.
Dan, what Conor? Listen, you cannot defend Conor McGregor.
I'll defend that old man. The old prune juice. He should be drinking prune juice at home.
Nah.
Talk shit to the
Dan,
kid.
that old man did
That's what
nothing
happened.
wrong.
No, he didn't. No, I agree. It does make him look like a huge piece of shit. But he paid the guy, and it's over. You
Yeah,
can't be
it's
mad
over.
because he didn't. Listen, if that guy would have rejected it, Conor McGregor could have been really looking at jail time.
Yes.
So it's not that the system didn't do its job. It did do its job. It says, do you want him to go to jail, or do you want to make money? And I'm gonna tell you right now, $50,000, you would take it. I would take it. Mike would take it.
I would take it for a punch. Yeah.
I would do it for $10,000 to $5,000, $1,000 if I got hit. in the
No,
face.
$1,000, Dan. Come on, you're getting ridiculous here.
I'm just saying. Listen, no, like, because we used to have this talk in the military all the time. I've talked about it. It's been a while, but how much like would it take you like to suck a dick? And people would say the most ridiculous shit, like $1 billion. And I'm like, really? I'd do it for like 5. Like,
No, you would not,
5.
Dan.
Absolutely would. 100%.
Dan, that's not that much
$5,000?
money. $5,000's like it's
Yes.
not that much.
Okay, how proud of you are your dick sucking skills? Because I'm gonna make it awful. It's gonna be awful. This is gonna be a terrible blowjob.
It doesn't
Like,
matter, Dan. $5,000's not that much.
If I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but wouldn't
okay,
you
dude,
want to do? Wouldn't you want to do it good to get it over with?
I mean, well, but maybe it's a shame that gets. It could be a shame. It's gonna be a shame because he's shaming me, you know, like emasculating me. Then he'll just like go. He'll blow
He's
his
like,
lip.
look up at me with your eyes, boy.
Yeah.
No, but I'm excited for this fight. I'm actually really excited for the Wonder Boy Thompson fight.
Okay,
Yeah.
listen. I don't want to hear any more about this Wonder Boy. He's done. He's dead. He ain't fighting. He's done.
Why?
He didn't make weight. What are you talking about?
No, did he not? Really?
He didn't make weight. I'm just
How
kidding.
much
I
was
don't
he
know.
off?
I'm kidding, dude. I'm kidding.
Oh.
No, I watched the videos you sent. He looks great. I mean, he's got some karate stuff going on. I'm excited. I think Connor's gonna win by head kick.
That's what I said.
I just said it too. I agree with you. I was watching his older fights, like his
Yeah,
older fights.
Yeah.
I mean, from back in the day, he used to throw a lot of leg kicks.
Yeah,
and
he's
that's
very
the
good
thing,
at
like,
he's very, very, very good at kicking.
in the
So what's
last 5 years, he really doesn't throw.
What's
leg
the difference between like his, I guess, mentality or physical shape now as opposed to the last time he fought and lost?
Well, he's at 155. That's really big. 155 for because it wasn't the last fight Mike at 170.
Well,
With him,
no,
Dustin?
yeah, against Donald.
No, against Dustin. The last fight was at 170.
No, it's
Wasn't it?
155.
Are you sure? You're
I'm
positive?
100% positive.
No, because
I'm
Dustin
100%
wanted.
positive. You can
Listen
look
to
it
me.
up.
Just listen to me.
Hey, Dan, you're
Dustin-
wrong.
I'm not. Will you fucking listen? Let me finish.
No, I'm not going to listen because I know you're wrong. That's what I listen
I'm
to.
trying to say Dustin Poirier wanted to do it at 170 and Connor didn't. He said no.
No.
It's like, no, we're going to do 155.
Yeah.
I was-
it's-
So,
yes.
because you keep interrupting me, I wasn't able to finish my statement, you fucking son of a bitch. I was trying to just
No,
say
because
what he wanted to do. So if you're right, then you're right. So
yeah,
what-
because here's the deal. Conor McGregor kept on saying, "I gave you a pound," meaning that when you fight for the belt, you have to weigh 155 pounds. When you're not fighting for the title, you can weigh 156.
give me a 1.5, I thought. Is it only 1?
Oh, maybe 1.5. But you can weigh over the 155. I thought it was a pound. It may be 1.5.
It might be 1 pound.
So that's why Conor McGregor was like saying, "Oh, I gave you a pound," because he made championship weight.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that pound doesn't really.
So no,
I mean,
okay. So like in terms of like, so why are you more optimistic about? Well, I mean, didn't you call the last fight for Connor?
Connor almost won. If you really watch that fight, I just watched it yesterday. He really put him out on his feet almost a couple times, and he really didn't go in to close it, which is kind of weird. That he didn't even try to, Mike. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
because
like
because Conor McGregor was focused on boxing Manny Pacquiao, so like he was doing
right.
a lot of boxing. I think.
Okay.
Conor McGregor needs to get back into like his karate fucking style and like
Dude,
just like
Well, like that bouncy stance, like bouncing
Yeah.
forth, switching stances. Like he was a monster with that dude.
And he needs to get back into like his karate stance. And then like when people come in at him, like he was so good at not just moving back, but like he would move to the side. That's what like karate guys do. Like they don't just go like boxers will go straight and back, where like a karate guy will like they'll go more lateral and then they can knock you out really quick.
Okay.
That's what he needs to, in my opinion. That's what
We're
he needs to
talking
get back
probably the largest event of the year.
Yeah,
Besides Tyson Fury, Wilder 3, probably going to be up there. But it's I mean, God, man, it's about as big of a fight as you can get, honestly.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch this, Sean? Are you gonna be a part of this?
It depends what I'm doing. I don't know if I'll be able to.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm watching mine on the good old PlayStation. That's why I'll be watching mine. Oh yeah, yep. Watch this. Oh yes.
Joe, in 16 hours' time, this man is going to learn that if you disrespect a person's kindness and take it as a weakness,
Just like
you
that old
must
man.
pay. Tomorrow night, I'm going to make this man pay with his life, and I mean it. You're dead in that octagon tomorrow night.
Who's the guy in the background there with
Ladies and gentlemen.
who is that dude?
It's chilling. It's just a guy. But listen, Connor McGregor and that old man, you know, it's like Mike Tyson and when he like raped his ex-wife. People move on. You know, you move on. Things change. People change. No, but honestly, if what happens to the old man was just talking shit to him, and Connor just said, "You know, fuck, man," in Ireland, this is how we handle it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Why
if
you?
talking
Why,
shit to me.
dude? All right, dude. Well, if you ever punch an old man, okay, just for whatever reason, I'm just gonna be like straight to jail. For whatever, no matter how much money you have, I'm like, no, get straight to jail, because he could have killed that guy. He popped him in the face a little bit. He fucking out of here. You know, it's a man shit. We need to bring man shit back in the world and stop.
I do agree with that.
wait,
Dan.
hold on.
There needs to be a little bit more manliness.
Yeah, but there's nothing masculine about fucking hitting an 80-year-old man.
No,
Why
not
not?
that.
Why
but-
not?
Zero.
Why
Zero.
not? No, treat
You know
him
why?
like a man.
You know I don't
treated
have
like
to
a
explain
man?
it to you. You know I don't have to explain
I'm not
it to you.
asking
Same
you.
why,
I'm
same
not
reason
gonna
why
ask
you
you.
wouldn't go and punch a child. Like you wouldn't do it.
No, there's a
Couldn't be
difference.
done.
There's a difference.
Well, that
Now
guy
listen.
wasn't 80. He's probably like 65.
He was like 60s. He was a young guy. He was a young man.
What's the cutoff? Is it retirement age? That's
No,
I
it's
can't
like-
hit old men anymore.
All right, no. When they walk,
72.
when they walk and talk like Joe Biden, then you can't. Like that's when
No,
you know.
but
Yeah.
Sean, in all fairness, you've been around some old bastards that just
That
think
are
they're
just
better than
rude.
you, and like you just want to be like, dude.
Yeah, of course. But
You're,
I've never.
seeing
I've
seeing
never
a
in my
5
life-
second clip. You've seen a 5 second clip. You don't know what transpired before. You don't
Listen,
even know what
If that
happened.
guy,
Like
if that guy
whole
wasn't
event.
threatening Connor McGregor's
It's
life,
not about threatening. Sometimes you need to get popped in the fucking mouth to
No,
learn a
I
lesson.
don't know, Dan. I think you're a little off on this one.
No, I think we need to bring that shit back. Like if you get in a
Not
bar
like that,
fight-
Dan. That's a little bit
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No, listen, don't talk shit if you don't want to get hit. I'm not gonna hold back because you're an old man.
that's
like,
but
you know?
that's like you should move to Chicago and you should be part
That's
part
not
to
how
become.
it is.
You
No,
should
that's
get
not
in a
how it is
gang.
there.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
How do you've never been there or lived there? How do you know?
No, what I'm saying, you think people don't get like there's not like gang fights and people getting shot in Chicago?
No,
I said,
that's not man shit. That's
I
different.
said move to Chicago and join a gang, and then
That's
you can
different,
live in that world. You can live in
That's
that
different.
world.
That's not man
You
shit.
disrespected me. You disrespected me, brother. I
No,
brought you this
okay.
bottle of Hennessy.
Okay,
and now
so
I'm going
you
to
think
kill you.
do you think that like you should get arrested because you two people get in a bar fight?
No, dude.
Depends.
Obviously,
It
context
depends.
is everything. Like,
Yeah, but that's the thing. The guy was. I don't know if you know this, Sean. You're not keeping with modern times. Hate speech is a real thing. He felt violated. There was
Yeah,
violence. The words were coming at him, and he had to limit.
Probably in Ireland. yeah.
Okay. Don't punch old people. Don't do it. But
So Dan, what's
I'm
your
on-
what do you think this fight's gonna go down like?
it's gonna be a head kick, second round. He's gonna try to finish him fast. He's gonna diesel right through him like a Mack truck. He's got to. I don't think he's not fucking around. He's not trying to because from his interview, which if you go back and watch the fight after I watched that interview, some interviews with him, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch this fight again. And I went back and watched, and it really is. He really does nail him.
Oh yeah. He definitely won the first round.
You know, he really, even in the second, he popped him pretty good, and I do agree. So I was sitting there, he's like, I just wanted to make it last a little bit longer, you know, get the ring rust off, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And I don't know if that's 100% true, but you could definitely tell he wasn't like when he fought Aldo, Diaz, like trying to rip them apart, you know, trying to rip their heads off, or Chad Mendez, or any, like, it was a war. He was going to war. We're going to war. That's the last one. He's not going to war, okay? Khabib, he wasn't really trying to go to war. Like, I don't think. Like,
I think he was.
I didn't really.
Listen, I can't make excuses for him, dude. It's a fight, Dan. Like, he knows what he's doing. Like, if he's like, he just lost. Like, that's the only thing. He's just lost. Like, that's on him to freaking take him out.
You're a communist. I believe that we need to all support Connor. I get so pissed at. I hate people saying when they think it's over. Like Ryan is acting like Rob.
No, Conor
Parker.
McGregor is definitely not over, and like there is a camp of people that don't think he's like good at fighting, which is ridiculous.
Not good at fighting. Like Ryan, our brother, my brother, our brother, whatever.
Ryan's just he doesn't understand them.
Listen to me. Can you please? Ryan is the Rob Parker of Conor McGregor. No way. No how. You know, like, it's just like, that's Ryan. And I'm like, dude, and guess what? My buddy saw him the same thing. There's no way, no how, dude. He's done. He's washed up Dustin Diamond Poirier. And I was like, dude, this man is not on any the pre-footage for like Undisputed, like barely in these, like, because he's like, leave me the fuck alone. I'm here to murder. He's like, I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna put you on a stretcher. I'm like, this is what I need. Dustin is, I think, the moment. Like, I think it might be getting to him a little.
I think so too, a little bit. That's what it seems like.
There's a little bit of like hesitance, like a slight like uncomfortableness to him. Like, because you fight Connor is big, but this is like, I really do. Mark my words, 3 to 5 million buys for this.
Dan, that would be like the one. No, I don't think it's gonna go over 2.5.
Already sold that much.
How much?
Like 2.
Yeah, but those numbers are never accurate. They don't know till the end.
Dana White said projections. Saturday, they've already sold pre-sales more than they've ever have before. They broke records.
And pre-sales.
Pre-sales. And then he said, we're expecting at least another 1 million to 2 million people to buy on Saturday. They said you will probably not be able to buy it on Saturday because it's going to be so many people. Like, it's the... Mike, these videos are exploding. Like, everything is magnifying right now. It's gonna be fun.
I know. He's like superstar. Like he's like his fame is ridiculous.
Out though. No way. No how. Ain't ever gonna happen. My boy's back. Anyway, so my prediction: second round head kick. What you got? Actually, I'll be different. I'm gonna say he's gonna break his ribs, and he really is gonna have to go out on a stretcher because Mystic Mac is back, baby. He's gonna break his spine like Batman.
That would be all. I don't know, man. Dustin Poirier is tough, so I don't.
He is
I
tough.
don't really know. I'm just gonna watch the fight. I have no predictions. It's gonna be a good fight.
What the fuck? No,
Dan, it's like Dustin Poirier is very good. Like he's a very good. Like he's solid all the way around. Like,
do you believe that he's gonna do it or not? I need a prediction. You just asked me for mine, and then all of a sudden you won't give me yours. That's some bullshit. You're trying to not to get Chael Sonnen right now.
No,
You're
because
because
I obviously I want Conor McGregor to win, but I know that
which way do you think? Okay, let's do this. Which way does Dustin
better?
Which way does Dustin win, and which way does Conor win? How about that?
I think Dustin can win 2 ways. I don't think he's gonna knock him out again, but I think Dustin can submit him, and I think he can drag it to 5 rounds and beat him by points in rounds.
Mm-hmm. And you don't think Conor can win on the ground?
I know Conor's very like defensive, like he's pretty, but I don't know. I've never seen him like attack on the ground that much, so I don't know.
He's good defensively. With Khabib, he lasted a long time. So
yeah, no, he's good defensively. He's got good defense on the ground, but I've never seen him be offensively on the ground. So I don't know if he can win on the ground.
How does Conor win?
Conor wins by knocking people out.
So that's it. That's his only path to success.
No,
You
he
don't
can
think
win. He can win by rounds like he did with Nate Diaz, but it'll be close.
Yeah, it would.
And if it is
every
close,
time
they're going to give it to Connor because they want
Oh.
him to win.
Oh yeah.
If
You
it's a
want
close
Conor
fight,
to
they
win.
will give it to Connor.
You're gonna tell me you don't want to see Charles Oliveira versus Conor McGregor? Ooh,
No, I
boy,
want to see that too.
Ooh, that'd be a bad fight, bro.
So, we'll just have to see. I mean, I don't know. I'm just really excited. I wish it was tonight. I just want to watch this.
Sean, what's your prediction? Who do you got? What's your gut telling you? Like in the little bit you heard or seen, going with the American.
And we didn't talk about. You want me to give you a breakdown of Dustin?
Yeah.
Okay, Dustin Poirier is very solid on the feet, very good boxer.
made of stone.
This is Dustin Poirier. Like, he's like an 80 at everything, all around.
Okay.
So his ground game, his striking, it's like an 80%. Like if you're playing a video game, he's like rated maybe like an 85 to 80 and at everything.
Yeah,
So
I
he's
got
very good everywhere. And he's got a heart, and he'll go on forever. He won't quit.
I would probably, if I had to just, I don't know, it's hard because, I would just watching Conor McGregor over the past, 5 years, obviously not the same situations, but he just has been beaten a lot. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like it could probably go either way.
Oh my God, you guys!
I just don't I don't know.
But Dan, here's the thing.
I want
blood. Yeah, but Conor McGregor has not shown that he's that much better than these fighters.
Oh my God!
No.
Listen to me. I'm not saying he's better at it doesn't his mindset.
Yes, and he's very good at rematches.
Attitude.
He's very good at rematches.
And these are very close together, like the first Nate Diaz fight.
Yeah,
like the second Nate Diaz fight. I'm telling you, it's
and
added.
His fight IQ is very. He has a. Connor's fight IQ is very high.
Dustin Poirier had one of the best comebacks I've ever heard to a fighter when he said he's like you should change the name from McGregor Fast to McGregor Sleep.
That was so cheesy, Dan.
No, that was legend shit. That was so funny to me.
That was so freaking corny.
You're corny.
That was the gayest comeback ever.
You're fucking corny as shit. You can't even fucking
but that was.
Can't even tell me how he's gonna win. I'm trying to do a Mystic Mac prediction, and
I just told you how he could win.
No, I want you to make a prediction.
You want my prediction?
I want your honest gut feeling. My gut feeling is a head kick.
My gut feeling is that he's going to win in the second or third round by a knockout.
Dustin Poirier, they're going the distance. Dustin Poirier.
Okay, there we go. See, I like this confidence. Just like to see if that old man. You guys are acting like you were acting like old men. I just had.
Yeah, but Dan, it's a fight. Like it's so hard to like the margin is like so like.
You gotta go for your guy. You gotta go for the guy that you think's
gonna
win.
I think he's gonna win in like the second or third round.
Right. Okay. So you're confident though. You're really confident that he's gonna win.
About 60%.
60? Dude, I'm
60-40.
I'm 100,000% confident. Like I feel it. You see the look in his eyes, the focus, the determination, the will.
Okay, but Dan, all that could go.
Looks like a deer in the headlights. He's like nervous. He's like,
but Dan, all that could go away with if he just gets hit one time. He could get knocked. Like anybody can get knocked out.
I get this, Michael. I know. I get it. Not Connor. Not tomorrow night. Not July 10th. It's not happening. And okay, let's make a bet. A friendly bet. A friendly gesture. Okay,
what is it?
Or whatever. A gentleman's bet. What we gotta decide. So this is where we're gonna do it. Me and Mike already have like what was it? 30 years at your on the anniversary of your wedding night, or the night before your wedding. Okay.
What's the fucking bet even? What is that bet?
You don't remember?
I forgot that bet.
So we made a bet on the night before your wedding.
No, I know that we made this bet. But what the fuck was it for?
Julian Edelman will be in the Hall of Fame within like 30 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
It was 30 or 50. Now I can't
Okay.
remember. I think it was 30 or 50. But
Okay.
let's just do this. Yeah.
Okay.
What would be the good gentleman's bet then?
I don't know. What are we betting on?
I mean, we could be like $50. Gentleman's bet.
No,
like
but
$50.
what's the bet?
Connor wins. I bet Connor wins. You don't think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
You're not confident. I'm saying 100%. And I believe it. Like, I really do. You're like, yeah, I'm telling you. I believe it. Like, I know
I'll
it.
tell you. Oh, you wait. Hold on. You have 100%.
Yeah, 100.
If Connor McGregor loses, you have to shave off your hair on live stream.
I don't want to shave my head, though. I don't want to shave it.
Well, there you go. I
I'll
guess you're
do it.
not that
I'll shave
confident.
my head.
I guess you're not that confident.
I know,
shave
but I
my
just
head.
don't want to shave my head. I
I'll
just
shave
don't want
my
to shave my head.
You're not that confident.
I'll shave my head.
I just don't want to shave my
Yeah,
head.
but
though.
I don't want to bet against Connor because I do believe he's gonna win. I just
I
told you
just don't want
that's
to
a
shave my head.
60%.
No,
I've
but
spent
so
2 years of my life.
Yeah, which would denote
this
that
out.
you are not actually
Yeah,
100%
but
confident.
we're not trying to be stupid here. No, because I don't think that's fair. I don't think that's
What
a
do
fair
you-
bet.
What,
A
that is
gentleman, no, a
100%
gentleman's
fair
bet.
bet.
A gentleman's bet is when we say we agree to terms, and you
No,
can't play
okay.
me when I say I'm not comfortable with something. It's just
No,
I don't want to do
Dan,
it.
but Dan, here's the thing.
No,
You want me to bet against somebody I want to win?
No, what I'm saying is, okay, how about this? If Connor wins, okay, this would only pertain if Connor wins. Let's say how Connor wins, because we both believe he's gonna win. If he wins by head kick, okay, but you can't. If he gets a head kick KO, you can't win, because that's my call.
Okay.
But if he gets a regular KO in any other way,
What about a submission?
no, but you called KO. So do you believe he's gonna submit him? So this is how betting works, like, right? Like, do you believe he's gonna? Oh, actually, no. Let's do that. Fine. Submission KO. You think Connor's gonna win, but if it goes all 5 rounds, neither of us win.
Okay. And what? Okay. So you win if only if he gets a head kick knockout.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I do believe that's my
but
Mystic Mac prediction.
okay. But what about like what if it's like a knockout where he knocks him down, but the guy's not out, and then he finishes him with ground and pound?
No, knockout's knockout.
Okay, so he's got to flatline him.
Are we talking?
So if
No,
the guy,
TKO or KO, dude.
no,
TKO
but
KO.
Dan, if the guy gets knocked out when he throws the head kick, but then he goes over after he's knocks out and throws punches, but the ref doesn't get to him.
No, listen. The head kick, if it's the initiating factor of a KO, leading to a TKO, if it's the thing that puts him on his ass, that counts. Come on. Let's be real here. Like, most people get a couple shots.
That's what I was asking you.
Okay. So, like, if the head kick, and then he, like, you can tell it's over.
Yeah.
Then it's over, you know? But, okay, it's just the tough thing about it. I just say, like, I don't know. What do you want to do?
It sounds like Dan's rigging this so he can't lose.
Okay, how about this? If Dustin Poirier wins or Conor McGregor, I win. No.
No, Dan, the bet's kind of hard because we both want the same guy to win.
Yeah, but I believe it more.
Okay,
so I'm willing to
call
be more
around.
specific.
Call a specific
Okay,
round.
call around. I'm saying second.
Well, I kind of believe the second or third, but I'll say third.
Okay, so Mike's gonna say third. Dan says second.
Okay. Okay. What do you want to do it for? We
Could
can
be
do
the
it for
first
like.
round. Oh, jeez.
And
then
okay,
you
but if
both
it's not, then we both lose. It's whatever.
Okay.
So if it goes past it, then we're done. It is what it is. And if he gets a 4th round, 5th round, that's what I'm saying. We're taking a way more narrow path because I'm giving us all 5 rounds. The way that is, like, you only get those 3 minutes to win. I'm giving us the
5.
whole fight.
What?
So, yeah, because on my terms, it would be like if you get a head kick, even if it's the 5th round, you still, you got the whole fight to wait for that head kick.
No, it's got to be more specific than that. You can't just have these names. You're like, because you don't sit there and argue like that was totally a head kick, dude. It was a head kick.
Hey, we're
Look
not
at the
doing it for
footage,
anything
dude. It was a head
crazy.
kick.
We're not going to do it for anything crazy, like $5 or something. I don't know.
I like the shaving of the head.
I don't want to. I really don't want to shave my head.
Which means,
Like, I just don't.
Which means
No, I
that Dan's
know it's not that I
actually
don't believe.
confident.
It's not that I don't
Yes,
believe.
it
I
is.
just
That's
no.
exactly,
You
'cause
can't.
you wouldn't care.
I
You
do not.
You would
I
be
do
so
not want
confident.
to. It's not about confidence. I just think that's a disingenuous bet. That's
Hold on.
disingenuous.
Listen. I'm going to explain what the point I'm making is without you interrupting me, please. You do not. If you were 100% certain, 100%, as you stated, then it would not be a concern because you're not going to lose. So my whole point was, well, then you're not really 100%.
I am 100%. I believe what you're saying is disingenuous because you've been trying to get me cut my hair
No.
for months, and I don't want to cut my
Dude,
hair.
I'm
so
not-
you're saying it,
Listen,
and I'm telling you no.
What the fuck?
That's it.
Like, no, Dude, it's
I
not a personal thing. I was just joking because
I know,
I knew you would say no. I knew you would say no, and then I would be able to say what I just said.
Yeah, but I disagree. I just disagree fundamentally because it's bullshit. That would be like me being like, I don't know, like you got to masturbate on camera or something. That's what you're asking me to do. You got to like humiliate myself and shame myself.
Yeah, I'm asking you to do a jackass prank. Like
I don't want to do it. I don't want to cut my hair. I've worked so hard for this hair.
Michael, you got to weigh in now. Michael, you could be the decision here. Is Daniel 100% confident in his predictions?
No, because I don't think he can be. Because
But you don't. Why can't we know? Because how about you not shaving your head? You got to put something on the line that you don't want to do. I'll do it. I will do it if there's something you don't want to do.
I want Connor McGregor to win. I think he's going to win.
No, listen to me. No. I will do the head bet. I will do the shave my head bet if there is something equally as disastrous for you. If there is something else on the line, because I know you don't care about your hair.
You want me to like root for?
No. See, Sean.
No, hold on. Stop. What Dan is saying is that he wants your side of the bet, even if you're round 3, he's round 2. To be as equally painful for you as shaving his head would be for Dan.
Like I wanted.
So what is something that you wouldn't want to do? Like something that would bother you?
Shave my head.
That would bother you.
Dude, no way, dude. This is years of work. This is years
what do you
of
want
my
me
life.
to do?
Hey, all empires fall, dude. All things come to an end.
I'm trying to hold on. Listen, so it's like, what is something that really, like your kid, you got to sell your kid or something. My hairs are older than your children, okay? Than your child.
Oh my God.
Technically, okay? Technically, that's true. I've been growing this out before the birth of your child.
Okay,
No,
so what do you want me to do?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think it's fair
I
because
think
you
you
don't
guys
have
do
anything.
do fucking like a $5 thing or something.
Nah,
Send them a
I think
fucking.
there's gotta be a little bit of pressure. How about we buy each other something, and it just whatever.
Okay.
Like we could like, what do you want? What's something you want that's not crazy expensive?
Okay,
I want
I
guitar.
don't know, Dan.
I want guitar picks that are like $4 for like a pack of them.
Oh, okay.
What do you need? Do you need like, I don't know, coffee cups or something for the house, or
No, I guess like a pack of underwear.
pack of underwear?
Nice ones. Nice ones,
dude. I'm gonna get them like.
Yeah, but I don't like boxers. I like boxer briefs.
Yeah, I'll get you some sheets.
Yes.
You ever wore sheets before?
I can't believe they still sell regular boxers. It's
I
like
hate those things.
sometimes you accidentally buy a pack of regular boxers. You're like, what the fuck?
No, dude. I like regular boxers.
I
still.
can't. Does your
I
balls just stick to your legs like all the time?
Because I have radiculopathy, so
So I'm always hunched over at a 45-degree angle, thus my balls slightly
now,
hang.
yeah. You ever seen Donald Trump when he just leans forward? He has to do it because it balances him out with his huge dick. I don't know. The boxer briefs are nice, but my hair hurts sometimes, like from the constant pressure of my hair being put down.
If you just have regular boxers, you can't run in those things. You can't do nothing.
No, running. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like when I work out or when I go to jiu-jitsu, like I don't wear regular boxers. But when I'm lounging, and I like things loose.
Yeah, maybe if I just wore the boxers alone, but I don't like them putting pants over or nothing.
Oh no pants, like shorts though. I'll do like shorts and boxers, like loose shorts.
No, I won't do that. Why not just wear the boxers? Why are you gonna put the shorts on? What are you doing?
Yeah, you're at home. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't like sitting in my underwear.
Oh, I love it. Actually, if I could sit in my underwear all the time, I would, but I'm not allowed to.
You're not allowed to?
Don't you like sitting in your underwear, Sean? Would you just want to walk around in your boxers? It's nice. It's like really...
I do occasionally. Yeah.
I really don't. I do not like sitting out there in my underwear.
Why?
I don't like the way it feels.
I love it. So comfy.
I like a little security. Just a little
Dan,
bit.
actually, like I'll run in boxer briefs.
I know you will.
Because I just like them better.
It feels so good. They probably think you're such a fucking weirdo, dude. God, they gotta like avert the eyes of the kid.
No, but then I was forced to buy the spandex shorts, which are a little bit thicker. But
hey, dude, do you have your laptop plugged in?
Yeah, why?
Can't even tell.
No, because I have a new laptop.
I know, man. Look at your office. You got this whole new place. You're at a bar. Serve me a drink, bitch. Come on.
No, it's the coffee shack, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? We're eating a croissant. We're having a nice fucking French roast coffee here, me and Sean.
It does look like he has a little. Oh, you guys do have little muffins.
Yeah, croissant.
I wish you could reach out and just pick it up, like animate it. That'd be
Try.
pretty cool. Eventually, right? Nah.
So
but
what? Well, okay, so you got to buy me nice boxer briefs. I don't want boxers.
I will buy you sheath underwear. Sheath are
Okay.
like really nice. You could. They have a thing for your dick.
Yeah, you slip it in there.
You slip your dick and balls in it,
Oh.
so it doesn't just be bouncing all over the place all the time.
In the boxer briefs, I thought they're tight. Don't they already hold it there?
Yeah, they are, but like
No, but
they-
it's basically so like you can avoid chafing, all that stuff, because you're putting your balls and your penis like in a
in
pocket.
a separate pocket.
Okay, I'm down to try it.
Mike's like, Jesus, this sounds
Mike
real nice.
Mike will call me in 2 days, but I can't wear them, man. I'm like, why?
I get
He's like,
boners.
no, he's like, it gives me headaches, because that's what Mike says about everything.
All right. So Dan, here's the bet. I said that Conor McGregor is gonna win by either a knockout punch or submission. You think he's gonna win
No,
by
this
a
is
head
bullshit.
kick knockout?
No, you gotta pick one. But you can't. It's either you say submission or knockout.
Okay, fine. I just say a knockout with the hands.
Okay. No, we'll do this. How about this? We'll
What?
do this. You can get submission and fist KO, elbow,
Okay.
whatever, right?
Yeah,
Right?
elbows count.
Yeah. What
Shoulders
elbows?
count.
Anything below the waist is mine. Knees or below are mine.
Okay.
Knees
so
are
I
below
get
or mine.
shoulders.
So you get elbows and shoulders, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But you also get submissions.
Okay.
And I think we both agree these are fair because I will get if he wins decision,
Okay.
then
That's
I
fine.
win.
Okay.
Because those both are rarer circumstances. Like this going 5 rounds and a submission is, and I think you're better off with a punch because he's probably going to punch more, and my chances with the kick are less.
Yes.
So that
It's-
would
yeah.
balance it out.
Yeah, and it could go the 5 rounds. I mean, fights go 5 rounds all the time.
It could. Dustin Poirier could go into his turtle shell, his little diamond shell, and just stay
Okay.
there.
I agree on these terms.
Okay. We agree. Everyone hears. Mike agrees. Okay, sir. The bet is set for you will buy me some picks. I will buy you I'm only gonna probably buy you 1 pair of this underwear
That's
because they're
fine.
pretty expensive. But they're nice.
Okay.
They're nice, dude. Get you a pack of 3 of them, maybe. I think that's like $30, so we'll be good.
Holy shit, I'm gonna have to buy you a lot of guitar picks.
Nah, you don't have to buy me that many. I don't need that many. It'll be fine. But dude,
I'm gonna
that's
buy
gonna be
some
fun.
fucking like dinosaur guitar picks for Dan over here.
No, you gotta get me.
You never
the
hit
torch.
those chords with that fucking dinosaur bone. Makes it sound a
I
little tangier. Echoes.
Hey, you'll just hear like, whoa, man, this is awesome. Anyway, Michael Avenatti went to jail. I just want to say that's good. Just fuck Michael Avenatti.
I don't even know who that is.
He was remember the porn star that supposedly banged Trump and talked shit about his dick and Stormy Daniels.
Is he a
And-
guy?
He was the lawyer involved in
Ah.
her case.
Ah,
And then he
and-
became kind of a celebrity, and a lot of the media was like, "Oh, he's a real fighter. Maybe he should
And-
run for president against
and the Brett
Trump."
Kavanaugh.
Because we
stuff.
need it. Yeah, and he brought one of the more
Shel-
spurious accusations was through him.
Lazy Ford, yeah.
Well, no, he wasn't Blasey Ford. No, he was.
Yeah, he
this
was.
No, he was this other woman who said that he was involved in like gangbangs.
Yeah, I thoued that was Blasey Ford. That's not the same
No.
and
one.
so what?
No.
Why did he go to jail?
Because he basically
Extorted
tried to extort Nike.
for $20 million.
Yeah, like crazy shit. And then apparently, like him and Stormy Daniels did not have the best relationship either. He stole a bunch of money from her.
and Tucker was right. Tucker was like, you are like exploiting these women. You're nasty. You're a bad man. And all this stuff. And everyone on the left-wing side of the media, which is 99% of it, were all like, we love you. Please run for president. And he's
they liked him because they wanted their own Trump. They wanted their own asshole. Like that's kind of the way they were framing it. It was so weird. It was so bizarre. But
Dude,
then-
Tucker Carlson's like a real straight out of the book. Like you would picture a news anchor guy looking like.
ooh, I don't know about that.
What do you mean? He looks like a news anchor.
Yeah, I can see it. I see what
Doesn't he
you're
look
saying.
like the traditional news anchor?
White man.
Yeah, he's got like the hair, and he just looks like a traditional.
I
news
guess. Yeah, if you were to go, I guess.
Dude,
I don't
the
know.
only thing that really kind of it's endearing sometimes his And you're like, okay, dude, you were laughing like a mad maniacal, like elite person.
He is.
And he's-
He is a elite person.
I know he is, but what I'm saying is like, that's not his real laugh. Like,
I think it is actually. I've listened to him in some like just relaxed interviews, and when he makes a joke or something, because he always laughs at his own jokes.
Sean,
He
have you
does
ever
that
seen,
laugh.
Have you ever seen The Prestige?
Yes, I've seen The Prestige.
Okay, The Prestige, the man with the fishbowl. Do you remember his lesson?
Yeah, this guy looked like somebody straight out of Anchorman.
Well, I
Dude,
don't know if they're-
they're having so much fun, dude. He's fighting with the NSA and stuff.
Doesn't he look like a guy that would be on like the movie Anchorman? Like he just looks like a traditional
he was.
newscaster.
Yeah, well, they look like cartoon characters.
Dude, I think he legitimately is thinking about quitting Fox.
Not
I
yet.
think
Too big.
I think that's been kicking around his head though. He can step away.
Yeah,
You're seeing
Glenn Beck thought the same thing.
Glenn Beck is completely different than Tucker, in my opinion, just because Tucker is
see-
on the.
Hold on.
Huh?
No, I just before you continue, let me stop you. Like Glenn Beck, back in the day, was fucking massive.
And he has done it. Blaze has over what?
Yeah, I know.
100,000 people paying $100 a year.
Is that how much it is?
It's
How
or
many
more.
people?
It's probably more
Is
than
that their
that.
subscriber? Because they were in trouble for a while. Like he was trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
sell it, and like
Yeah, I think it's
Actually, I think
blown
the
up because of
the pandemic saved him. Actually, probably.
I think there was a lot of things. I just know that their subscriber base has exploded because of the election.
Well, the election, and then they joined with like Steven Crowder, and they
Yeah.
joined with Dave Rubin, I think, is on there. So they got a lot of people from those things to go over and
That's
subscribe.
That's true. I think, but they're the largest right wing. They just had that black man. He used to be on Fox. He like the big heavy set guy. He's kind of like a conservative.
I don't
Christian. They just hired him to have their own sports show now. To have sports stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
So they're expanding for sure. But I think Tucker Carlson is different in a lot of ways. Mainly, I think Tucker is just more handsome. He's more likable. Like just viewing him.
Is he married?
Yeah, he's been married to the same person for 31 years or something. They have 5 kids or something like that.
Oh wow.
Well, scumbag.
He probably fucking drives the Suburban.
He's very wealthy, Michael.
Yeah,
but
he probably drives the Suburban.
every person who's wealthy is bad. Like if there is so
No,
many
I'm
good,
not saying he's bad. No.
he does come from wealth, but even then, that doesn't mean you can't be raised well or have like a good nanny.
Yeah, and if you believe what he says,
That
good
Tucker
nanny.
Carlson was a good guy.
He seems like a decent person. I don't know really anything about him other than what I see on TV and interviews. So
Trump just never got treated well by the elites. They always viewed him as like this, like this brash guy from Brooklyn or whatever, and he was not one of them. And that's what Steve Bannon said in the end. They talk about it in the book and the Devil's Agreement or whatever it's called by Joshua Green, Doug Bargan, and they talk about that, like how Trump just never was allowed to be the in club. They wouldn't let him, and if they would have, he probably would have went along with what they wanted.
yeah, because he definitely has the personality of like wanting to be liked. That's
Maybe-
why I've always said about him, the Democrats, like their dumbest move was being so hardcore anti-Trump because they could have got a lot of what they wanted.
But I also
But-
think there has to be a simple connection here too. I think we should also make is Donald Trump has said the same things for 30 years. Like this same exact crap. Like he has never really changed his political views too much. Maybe the gay
I
marriage.
don't know.
I mean, you can watch interviews from the 80s.
Sure, I understand that, but like it doesn't cover the breadth of like his he's the same things in terms of like business and
Before we go, I know we gotta go.
yeah.
I really have to ask you guys, why do we not know more about the Las Vegas shooter, the massacre? No, like seriously.
Well, honestly, I thought Alex Jones, like that, what he said about what he thought it was like Saudi infighting or something, kind of made sense to me.
You get what you know what you do?
I thought that case was like years old.
It is. But Michael, I want to ask you, Las Vegas massacre, do you know how many people got shot?
I have no idea, dude. I haven't
Just guess.
heard about it in so long.
I'm going to say Las Vegas massacre, how many people were shot and how many people were killed? So you just
I will say 10 people were shot and maybe 3 were killed.
800 people were shot. 60,
How many?
800.
I thought it was one dude.
Yeah.
It was-
Well,
what they
that's the claim. Allegedly is this one dude who was like
Or is it 500? Sorry, let me look.
he seemed like he had some connections to
I thought he
somebody.
had some connections to like some Asian country.
No, but this is really what happened. There are certain people. They're drop people. They're known as drop. You can use them.
They're patsies.
Yeah, they surveil them. They'll like the FBI, the CIA. They look out for white supremacist people that whatever.
They set him up.
And no, it's not even no. This is not a setup. This was an accident. So this was all coordinated very quickly. There was 3 places where shootings happened that night. It was Hooters, Mandalay Bay, and MGM. And you got to remember, this was a really crazy thing. Like, so this happened very quickly. This was super fast. You got to think. So when the shooting starts, they had somebody in a hotel room. So this guy started shooting, and this is crazy, dude. People. So the mainstream story is a concert's happening. A guy is super far away, and he's shooting his AR-15 with a bump stock out of a window of a hotel. He shot for 10 to 15 minutes. Do you know how long it took for the police to get into the room?
No, just say it.
63 minutes. 63 minutes from when the first shot went off to when they got in. I'm going to tell you, as a SWAT responder, that is not proper procedure, right? How mad would you be if there was a mass shooting at a school, just like that cop that didn't go in? It would be a big deal. So 1, that's weird. 2, he was shot in the head. So you're telling me you're in a dynamic situation coming through a door, right? Right. Okay. Right. He shot himself. Okay. That's what they say. This is like all the signs of the plants. You still have 1,500 more rounds. Why would you have more rounds and not use them if you've already shot thousands? Like, why would you leave more behind? Also, they said it was an AR-15, which I'm telling you, by those gunshots, that was a 7.62 automatic for sure. A 7.62 automatic is it's really got more of a thud sound to it because it's got a lot more. It's a larger round and it's got a little bit more grainage usually. And this is just from personal.
Okay, but so what's the grand, like, the overview of like why it happened and why they're covering it up in the way they are?
Alex Jones is right. Like, it was a Saudi infighting, some civil war type stuff. It was done to make Trump look bad, and they covered it up. They covered it up because Saudi Arabia.
He made claims that there were people dead in the casino.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are women. I've watched interviews with people who said they were there, and they're like, people were being shot. Like, people died. But this is the thing. That's why they had the consolidation of a mass event, like a festival or a
concert. Yeah.
Because what they did, you can look it up. There's videos of Hooters that night with like 30 police cars, people coming out in stretchers. What they did is they took them and they used that event to say, because it's chaos. No one's going to know where these people came from, blah, 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 blah. Like, you know what I mean? No one's really going to know. And how do you keep all these people quiet? I don't know. I don't know how many people were in the room when this happened, because this happened at a weapons sale stuff. There was some big weapons convention in the area with the Saudis were there, and those are usually really reserved and closed off. So most likely what happened is they killed each other at like these, and then like maybe in a couple different places, whatever, running down the street. Vegas isn't a big place, dude. It's not the biggest place in the world. So running around the area, and then maybe they go kill more people, whatever. I mean, this is the point. It just doesn't make sense. So they have to kick off another event to be able to have the chaos, because it would make the Saudi Arabian government, it would make us look bad. Like, why are you doing armed deals in Vegas? Like, what's going on here?
Uh-huh.
Come on. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, it's something that I actually said this a while ago that I wanted to do a deep dive. Like, go through it. Let's see what we can find. We can scrounge up and do a live stream.
Wednesday we're doing it.
Well, you got to help me get some stuff together then.
Yeah. Well, there isn't. This is the thing. There isn't enough information out there.
We can go and look and see what we can find.
I have looked. I got one website
Understand that.
that
So,
I found that is like.
so we can go through some stuff. Maybe we can find some news footage. Maybe we can find whatever. All
yeah,
right.
I have one the whole thing. So yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I guess that's it. If you guys don't have anything else.
If anybody can answer me in the comments why they think that happened, like, tell me this doesn't make sense. It's 800 people were shot.
I didn't know it was
60
that
dead.
many people. Holy crap.
It was 500 or 800, but I'm pretty sure it was 800 people shot. 800.
Okay.
Just think about like what that's insane. We don't ever hear about it. They're covering something up there.
No, it's crazy that it's never discussed.
Ever.
I don't understand why. Yeah.
and
It's like
they're-
Epstein. It's like the Epstein thing. You're like, why isn't this talked about every day? But
Yep.
why aren't there updates? Why aren't there information? Like why?
Trump.
Yeah.
What's
why?
going
Why
on with
aren't?
Giselle?
I don't know. I don't know.
Haitian president gets assassinated with 2 Haitian Americans there. Hey man, I don't know.
What do you
It's a
think she's
while.
doing tonight?
Watching Designing Women.
Who?
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine? She's probably fucking up back in New Hampshire, chilling.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. That'll do it for us this week. This has been Zoobox, a podcast about nonsense. If you'd like to know more about Zoobox, bunch of stuff in the description. Also, Dan and one of our listeners, Maverick, they've started their own podcast called Generation Y. I will leave a description or a link to it in the description. Head over there. They got a couple episodes. I think 3 episodes live, and then
4 now.
Mark has a 3-part interview with Devin Tracy, who is Atheism is Unstoppable. You can go check those out. Good stuff. All right, everybody. Bye.
Don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before. Screaming at the demons while they push them through the door. Excuse me, sir. There must be someone you've confused before. If I could see someone who knew me or someone in uniform, I really don't belong here. I know you've heard the tune before. Screaming at the demons while they push them through the door. You can run from your demons until you are.
I don't talk to people unless it's for content, okay? I make my friends watch movies just to talk to me. Okay.